Hey, welcome to Full 42. Today we are doing the top 5 board games that are based off of locations.
Yep.
We have Andrew Stiles with us, game designer.
Hello, everybody.
Wine and
How you
Dino
doing, buddy?
designer. That's good. Luca is our co-host here.
Yep.
Is that everybody?
Hey, everybody. I am put my face right.
Hello, everybody.
Hey, Eric.
I think we can see what this looks like. Let's see here.
You gotta sit back like I do.
Might be able to.
Okay.
See
I think
Brandon
if I
in the chat.
This. Someone says hi. I think they'll pop up in the chats right there. We'll see.
Okay, sit back. Sit back.
Hello, everybody. All the comments.
You're just-
So we're going to go over the top 5. We're also going to play Digging for Dinos. But before we do that, Luca's going to show us his painting.
Yep.
Yeah.
Although he has requested to be known as Luca Duca from this point
Luca
forward.
Duca, yes.
Luca Duca.
Hey,
Oh, White Spiller arrived today, Dave said.
Oh, that's awesome.
He got his copy today. Awesome.
See, congratulations, Andrew.
I'm going to laser some woo.
I appreciate that very much, Luca Duca. And yeah, you got your copy today. Just people know I will be at Origins and I will be signing copies and defacing them if anybody's interested from noon to 1 every day except Sunday. So if you want to come by the 21st Century booth, I will happily deface your copy of Wine Cellar.
Ah.
I come for the paintings, Luca. Nice. And Mike's over there somewhere. There you go. Mike's off location right now, obviously.
On
Ocean
location?
City? Off
I
location?
am in Ocean City. What are you doing?
He's dancing.
Yeah, we're in Ocean City. We got here a couple days ago, right? Have you been having fun in Ocean City?
Yeah. Okay.
What's been your favorite part?
Doing in the sand.
Digging in the sand?
Yeah.
All right, we're going to be digging in the dirt in a little while.
It does.
Yeah, for dinos. We're going to be digging in the dirt.
What dinosaurs?
For dino fossils. Yep.
Yeah. Then to go there again.
What do you mean?
Then go there again.
Go to the sand again?
Yeah.
Yeah, we can go to the sand again.
And sand?
Not right now, but
No, we're going tomorrow. We're going to go play in the sand tomorrow.
No, we're not going now. We're going tomorrow.
oh, okay.
Right.
We'll find some dinosaurs.
Maybe we'll find a fossil. What do you think?
Don't do
Hey, thanks, Wayne. Appreciate it.
Hey, Wayne. Hey, everyone. I haven't been watching anything over on that side.
You can see it on screen now. Check it out.
What do you mean?
Yeah, I see that.
Oh,
That's a nice bonus right there.
Isn't that nice?
It's so tiny, though, I can hardly see anything.
Yeah, that's why I pop it up every now and then.
All right, I suggest, just for my own sanity, although in the chat yesterday and today, I think Dave posted, I was reminiscing. Someone had brought up the episode where Luca was beating me with the fishing pole and all chaos ensued and how everyone enjoyed every minute of that. I suggest that we do the Luca painting early, maybe now. And then we can do all that stuff and then get into announcements and kind of have some sort of sanity.
Yeah,
Sure.
that way Nick doesn't have to wait. He only came here for the painting anyway. So there you go.
Perfect. See, people are coming for your paintings, buddy. They like your paintings.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
They see a painting of yours every Monday. They love your paintings. All right, you want to sit here?
Yeah.
Okay, now, you ready?
Yeah.
All right, so we'll do the Luca painting?
Yep.
Yeah.
Okay, take it over. It's yours. You got to hold it up to the camera. The camera's right over here.
So we have to say what we see in this. Oh, wow. Okay, that's like the first time I see like a character.
Don't say,
there.
let them guess first.
Oh wow.
Oh, we're guessing. Yeah, we're guessing.
Yeah, he's not gonna tell you what it is. You gotta. What do you see? What do you see?
This is a
Don't
really
say
good
it.
Rorschach
Oh.
test right here. I like this. I got my
Don't move it,
ideas,
just-
but I'll keep it to myself for the moment until it's time.
Yeah, I got 2 of them.
Hold on, just keep it still so they can see it.
I'm gonna see what the comments start saying though.
Okay, I'm gonna take a guess
Yeah,
at what
I
it is.
wonder if this. Can we ask questions? Is this a specific thing or is it
He wasn't looking at anything. There's a little bit of a prompt that I will talk about
Gotcha.
once we get into it, but I don't ask because he will tell you exactly what it is. Don't say anything.
Jellyfish and fish shark.
Jellyfish and a fish shark.
A lot of
Mine is close to what Eric had to say, but I like Rossi's too. It's good.
A jellyfish and a fish.
Yeah, they're saying that this is a jellyfish, and that's a fish shark. What was it? A fish or a shark?
Lots of
Or a
jellyfish.
gopher
Saying
or a
that's
gerbil.
jellyfish. It looks like a jellyfish.
Gerbil being chased by a squid.
I know. We know what it is. Let them guess what it is. They're gonna guess. What it is. They think it's a
I'm
jellyfish.
guessing that it's a beaver.
Oh,
Okay.
okay.
Hold on. Listen, Chris says he thinks it's a beaver.
I'm guessing it's a beaver with the water behind him. The other thing I had to guess was it kind of looks like Frosty the Snowman.
No, and not
I
the
can see the-
snowman.
You can see the
Okay.
nose. I can see that.
Not the snowman.
Don't tell him yet.
Guinea pig by his water bowl.
And not a pig with a water bowl.
No,
I like the instant,
Yeah.
nope, you were wrong.
right?
Hold on.
Absolutely. Well, let me take a crack at this one. This one looks to me like it's a penguin jumping off of an ice cube while a jellyfish is jumping onto it. That's what I see.
Oh, okay. That's the ice cube, and the penguin's jumping off the ice
That's
cube.
not a penguin with an ice cube.
Oh well, I was wrong. Of course I
That's
was.
what it is.
Hold on.
What is it? Yeah, should we ask what it is at this point?
Do you want to tell them what it is?
Yeah.
All right. So, all right. Tell them what it is.
It's a fox dinosaur.
It's a fox dinosaur?
Yep.
That's the smartest of all the
Disappointing.
dinosaurs. Very, very
Yeah, it's the
underrated
rarest.
It's
fox dinosaur.
fox dinosaur.
That's
It's
cool.
Fox dinosaur.
All right. So tell
What's
them what
the
this
blue
is.
part?
What's the blue part?
Body.
A body?
Yeah.
That's the okay. And what's this thing down here?
The tail.
The tail, clearly the tail.
Agreed.
And what's
It's a tail.
here?
It's got a spike on the tail.
A dinosaur.
That's the dinosaur?
No, it don't have a spike.
Oh, it looks like a spike. Is that the fur?
Is it fur?
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's a.
It is fur. So there's a little bit of a prompt for this one. I knew that we were having Andrew on the show, so I wanted it to be a dinosaur, not only with the dinosaur PJs that Luke is wearing, right? You're wearing
Nice.
dinosaurs on your PJs
Yeah.
because yesterday was National Dinosaur Day,
Absolutely.
I saw that.
right? So we had Dinosaur Day yesterday. You're wearing the dinosaur PJs, and you made the rarest of. Very, very little is known about the fox dinosaur.
Well, how about we do green?
How about we do? Oh, you want to play the game?
Yeah.
No,
Please.
we're just looking at it. Okay,
But I want to play
I
it.
know you do, but we're
He'll
not
probably
gonna play
still
it.
beat me.
Yeah, he probably will.
You know how I do at games on this show.
No, I gotta do this.
I'm going to turn off. the
Okay.
little
All right. Wait.
console.
So
I think it's
before you go, what do you say?
You're welcome.
No,
What do you say?
I said before
You're
you go.
wrong.
What do you say? He said you're welcome. What do you say?
Oh, we're welcome.
Fair enough.
When you leave?
Oh, we are thankful. So that's fair.
Say good to see you.
Bye.
Say good to
Bye.
See you.
See you soon.
See you soon.
Well, kisses. Look.
Mwah.
Oh, you kissed both of you. Okay. Can I have a hug?
Oh, yeah.
Give me a hug. Turn around. Right, that's not a hug. Thank you very much.
Back hug.
Go. Thank you, bud.
You're
Yeah,
welcome,
it's nice having the artist just trash your guesses at you.
Every one of your guesses. No, that's not what it is. No, that's not what it is. Yeah, I thought it was cool. I saw like almost like a lemming,
Yeah.
but like whatever. I don't know. I guess I didn't see jellyfish. I just thought it took a piss somewhere and it was running away. But he made sure he did the eyes and the mouth, and then he made the nose.
Well, that's a mouth. It looked like an arm, like crossing
Yeah.
over as he was jumping.
I saw the mouth. That's why I thought it was like Snowman, the snowman face.
Ah, okay. All right.
Yeah. Oh, that's cool.
Yeah.
I
But I
like
asked-
that his responses sound like They are not for feeling doorways like the mantis thing.
Yeah. I just asked him to make a dinosaur for tonight, and he said he wanted to make a fox dinosaur. So we got a fox dinosaur for this evening.
Yeah, you should never trust my judgment there, Dave. That's definitely true. Hey, Maddie.
Hey,
Hey,
Matt.
Matty P. You just missed Luca.
And the
Is
paint.
my camera really bright?
It's a little bright. I think it's just you got that like office lighting in there or something.
Yeah.
Yeah. I'm on a different computer because my computer does not want to run Steam and Tabletop Simulator and StreamYard at the same time. So I had to use two different ones. But I couldn't download Steam on this HP because it only downloads stuff that's in the Microsoft app thing. So something was weird with the computer. So I just said, screw it. And I flopped stuff.
Yeah. Lighting might be better if you take your found my hat in a dumpster off.
What are you talking about?
There you go. Now we can see your face. Yeah. It's all tore up.
Oh, reds.
I don't think I've ever seen a hat representing a seasoning before. It's interesting. Do you have
it's one of my favorites.
Cinnamon as well? Or?
It's one of my favorites. Maybe if I didn't have maybe if everything wasn't just whiteout condition. Let me get a blue shirt on. Yeah, Andrew and I had a little bit of a I don't know, a little hey, how you doing? And he saw how technology and I just weren't getting along today, firsthand.
Yeah.
So super fun.
All good. Who needs
Maybe that'll help.
Figure it out anyway.
That doesn't do shit, does it?
No, you're still on camera. It's
cool. All right. That's great. That's great.
Oh. You know I'm joking.
No, of course. All right. So here we are. I'm on location. Who knows what's going to happen the rest of the evenings when we get into tabletop stuff. But I'm happy to be hanging out with Andrew again. This is super fun.
How long has it been since the last episode? I ask without actually knowing the answer.
It's been a while.
Yeah, it has been a while.
Yeah, it's been a minute for sure. We got a lot of stuff going on, right? Like Wine Cellar's now being delivered, which is awesome.
Yes.
You're going to be defacing copies of it at Origins in a couple weeks, and
absolutely,
we're going to be playing one of your upcoming games tonight, which is super fun.
Are you going to be at a booth or?
Yeah, I'm going to be at 25th Century booth from noon till 1 for Thursday, Friday, and Saturday. Probably not Sunday, but maybe we'll see. But I'll definitely be there for those, just for specific times. Then I'll be popping in and around and stuff like that, checking things while I'm in between pitches and stuff like that. But I'm also very excited to tell people about 3 Tricky Pigs, which will be coming to Kickstarter in a month or two, something like that, later this summer. It's a trick-taking game based on the 3 Little Pigs.
I like the name. It says exactly that. Oh, that's fun.
Pig. Very much like the old Looney Tunes kind of Cuphead kind of cartoon thing. And the idea of that one is really simple. It's there's 4 suits, each of the 3 pigs plus the wolf. So that's the wolf that was a 4 suit. If there's no wolf in the trick, then the laziest pig wins the lowest number. But as soon as the wolf shows up, the highest number wins, right?
That's cute. I like that.
Both the sticks and the straw are the low cards, but the bricks are the high cards. But you don't want to be the industrious pig when the other ones are sleeping and hanging out. So you got to do that little thing. But each player can play that game in a weird way where it can be turn on a dime, but yet you still have to follow suit. So you can deduce in a good way, but still have some tricky things happen.
Tricky things. I like that. That was good.
Yeah.
Nice.
Yeah. I saw it. Yeah, you showed me this. I don't think we played it. I think I just saw a sell sheet of it. You said it's coming to Kickstarter?
Yep. It's going to be with Baron John Games.
Awesome. When's that going?
Don't have a finalized day on Kickstarter, but sometime this summer. So probably a month or two.
Okay.
But yeah, I have a pre-production copy here, so I already know that it's in the works, which really feels good.
Okay.
Do you not have you showed the card? Is that the box front of it?
No, that's literally just a card in it as a holder for right now. But I have the other cards, so I can like fan them out and can actually like
Oh,
seal
nice.
characters. So you got like the wolves here, and you got the bricks. Oops. And you got
Don't drop a
bidding
brick.
cards and all sorts of fun stuff here. So yeah, and the other fun thing is you bid. So you bid whether you're going to take a lot of tricks or a few tricks. So here's the sleeping pigs. I love the sleeping haystack pig. He's great. But essentially, you say, I'm going to take 0 tricks. I'm going to take 2 tricks. I'm going to take 3 or more, or I'm going to take more than anybody else at the table. And you get different points based on the difficulty of that. And it's a lot of fun to like have that hidden information, and then try to play off your hand the best you can. Yeah, really enjoyable.
That's cool. Do I have a pen? I don't know if I have a pen.
I'll happily play with your Origins, Brandon. I'll have it with me.
Also, a trick like if you have the game but you got to fly, you don't want to put it in your luggage and stuff like that. I've seen people do stuff where they take a card out of a game or something, or even the rule book, and bring it to be signed. So if you still want that signature and you're going,
Oh yeah, I'll happily sign your rule book or whatever you want to bring. Absolutely, I'm happy to do that for you. I've never.
I see what Aldi does. Do you remember what? Do you remember what Aldi said when Aldi was on about bringing back the games from Essen?
No.
They split the boxes and flatten them all, and then reconstruct the boxes when they got here.
Oh God, yes. I tried to forget that. Why'd you bring that back up?
That's bonkers. You split all the corners, lay everything flat just so it all fit. My God.
Oh man.
A little bit brutal. Yeah.
He does say that he regrets that.
Sure.
I this last weekend I signed a game that I didn't design. This is really weird. I signed a Critter Kitchen game. I was like, I didn't design it, I developed it. And they were like, I don't care. I want everybody in Cardboard Alchemy to sign it. I was like, that's weird.
Right.
Get everybody in the entire publishing company to sign it.
Well, to be fair, most publishing companies are like 3 people. So like
true. Well, this way they have to get like 8 or 9 people to sign.
Say,
so good luck.
Try getting that from Opp or Ravensburger, though, it might take a little while.
Yeah, true. It's a task.
Mm-hmm. I mean, you're involved in it, right? So it's not necessarily the designer or
right. I was a developer, but you don't usually get developers or even producers to design it. It's usually the designer, right, or the artist. I've seen the artist do it before.
The artist, yeah, for sure. Yeah, if you have an opportunity to get Sandar to sign anything,
you have to fly to the other side of the world to do it, but sure.
Sure. Well, isn't she going to be at a convention?
I don't know if it's my place to say schedules, but I don't think she's going to be.
Oh,
I could be wrong.
I thought there was. It might have been it might have been your duels broadcast that you had, the launch or the countdown, and Sandara was part of it. That might be what I'm thinking of.
There was a plan. I don't know if that's happening now. That I can't say anything specifically. It's not my schedule, so I'm not.
Sure.
But yeah. What was this?
Yeah,
okay.
I've definitely heard about that, Eric. Yeah.
Yep.
That's pretty cool.
I mean, it's just a signature, so it could be whatever. But at the same time, I feel like you need to take a picture of it, of them signing it, to like have the visual proof that that character signed on some level. Otherwise, just do it yourself.
Yeah.
Mike did a weird thing and bought a game with my signature on it.
Ooh.
I didn't know that was what was happening, though, right? Like I hadn't. So I went on a site and they had, because obviously the game. What was it? 2013.
I think it delivered 2013. Yeah.
13. So I can't find it. So I went on and found a used copy and bought it, and it got shipped to me. And when I opened it up, on the top cover, it was signed by him and Aaron. So I was like, "Look what I got!" It just happened to be signed.
Yeah.
Added bonus.
Yeah, I was very excited, and it had Aaron, not just this schmuck. It had Aaron on it.
Yeah,
it's really that's what brings up the value of the game. Sure.
I mean, honestly, there's only a handful of those. I'm all over the place. I'm a dime a dozen. I'll sign anything, obviously, but yeah.
Wait till Tim brings you an Aqua soundtrack, an Aqua album as you sign it.
I'm not signing that. I did not do the
sign anything.
Are we doing announcements? We're way
Yes,
off.
we probably should do announcements.
I have a show and tell.
Okay.
Speaking of fans of Cardboard Alchemy, actually, we had a fan come by and give everybody, even has my name on it, a little gift because they were such fans of the whole Duels Kickstarter thing.
Nice.
So
Oh, it's the Fountain Dragon.
yeah, it's this. I have it backwards. So
Oh wow.
yeah, so I think they used what's it called, like block printing to make it.
Yeah.
So yeah, they made like their version of the cover of it, and also did another one of those, which is what kind of backwards.
Oh, look at that.
Nice.
But I just blown away by people's fandom and stuff. It's really cool whenever people like want to do fan art and stuff like that, right? So
Mhm.
I wanted to show that off because that was awesome of them to do.
Yeah.
Can
That's
you
pretty
put
cool.
it back up? Can you put the big one back up?
Yeah, and why am I a square?
Well, I don't know why you're a square. I want you to be bigger so we can see it.
I'm trying to do that? No, I'm still
No,
a square.
that's worse.
Whatever.
Oh, that's really cool.
That's
Nope.
way worse. What happened there?
I don't know. I don't know.
Experiencing technical difficulties. Isn't that cool?
Really
Though?
cool. Is it hand drawn, or you said it was stamped and then colored?
Yeah, it's that. What is going on?
What is up?
There we go. Back again. There's too many
Jeez,
buttons
what
on
a
this thing. We need the little colorful bars that show up. The doo kind of thing. Technical difficulty.
Yeah. What was the what's the one? That one.
Yeah, not expert.
Not expert. That's very true now. Yeah.
Not
absolutely.
experts.
It's block printing. I think it's like wood things or something like
Yeah.
that. I could
They
be.
carve into the wood, and then the
Yeah,
roller goes on top of it, and it presses down, and then it can color in afterwards.
Yeah.
Yeah. But
I think I did that a little bit in college. Like when you're doing a studio degree, they always want you to try every little different thing, but I
Yeah.
didn't like it. Strangely enough, that's how MC Escher did a lot of his stuff. Like all that intricate stuff and all was really carved into wood and then printed. It's crazy.
Yeah.
But yeah, I thought that was fun. So show that off.
That is
cool show
that
and
was
tell.
a nice
Thank
little
you
show
for
and tell.
sharing.
Yeah, you haven't had a show and tell in a while.
Well, I don't usually leave my house, so.
So I've got one odd little thing I didn't mention yet, and that's Tabletop Submarine is our podcast. I just got notification that it's now our 3-year anniversary.
Look at
Wow.
you.
So we've been doing it now for 3 years. I think we're on our 100th
Years.
episode, which is pretty amazing.
That's awesome. That's
And
really cool.
I didn't realize.
Congratulations.
I didn't realize until yesterday, so we've not recorded a special episode or anything like that. So now we got to get to the studio and record something.
Yeah, you do.
You didn't do one for your 100th?
No, I didn't know it. We didn't pay attention to that kind of stuff. We didn't expect it to last this long.
That's fair. That's why I started putting our episode number on the thumbnail, just so I have to see it and
Smart.
stay updated every time. Yeah.
Mark, yeah.
That's funny. Yeah, 3 years for you, 5 years for us. Was it 4 years for the rundown? I think they said last time they were
There
on.
you go. Yep.
It's not 5 years for us, it's 4.
We're on our 5th year.
We started in 2021. It's our 4th
We're
year.
20. Yeah, we're halfway through our 5th year.
Hold on, I got a calculator around here for you. If you
You live
21 is the first year,
22,
22, 23, 24, 25. But we haven't finished 5. We're at the beginning.
All right,
We're middle.
on
of
our.
5. Okay,
yeah,
4.5. I'll meet you in the middle.
And this was the last episode, so thanks for being on, Andrew.
Hey, listen, I'm
Had to end.
happy to finish off something. That sounds good to me.
Yeah, quite a
I'll finish
bookend,
you
that's for
guys.
sure.
And then I'll be on the board game rundown on Wednesday. I'll finish them off too. So yeah,
There you go.
Oh,
It's
that's
going
right.
around
I got
destroying.
yelled at. Rice yelled at me earlier. He's like, "Stop stealing our guests," because we had Josh, your counterpart for the Tabletop Submarine. We had him
Right.
on a few weeks ago on Monday, and I had no idea he was on the rundown that Wednesday. And now we
Yeah.
have you on tonight, and you're on the rundown on Wednesday. And he's like, "Can you stop?" I'm like, no. No, we can't. Sorry. Yeah, that's fine. That's an announcement. You'll be
Technically,
on
they're
the board game
following you,
rundown.
right? So you're not stealing them. You're just leading, and they just happen to be followers.
Yeah, they're just
That's
following.
true. That's true. I mean, how long ago did they book you?
I think the day after you booked me. I think because I was like, let me get a couple in a row right before Origins because I want to get the news out and stuff like that, and let
Sure.
people know to come get it, come get copies.
Sure,
If they
sure.
haven't pre-ordered it, they can get it there. Yeah.
Yeah, that's great. I can't wait to. Hopefully, mine's back. Well, it depends with the shipping because I ordered all the stuff, so there was a little bit of a delay on the shipping everything. But those that ordered Wine Cellar and was it the combo of Wine Cellar and was it Big Sur?
Yeah,
They
Big
shipped
Sur was in there. Yeah.
right.
Grand Central Skyport was in there, and then
That was
Sand Art was in there. There's 4 of them.
Right, and 2 of them have already shipped. So those that ordered Wine Cellar by itself or with the other one are getting it, and then
Yeah.
those that ordered the whole gamut, they just have to wait for one of the other things to get here or something like that. So I'm looking forward to it. And Chad has something. He just launched 2 more on Kickstarter this week.
Yeah,
This
he's got
week?
2 cool
Last week?
space games.
Yeah.
One's like Observatory and Stargazers or something like that. I don't have it memorized, but hey, Evan, how you doing, brother?
Yeah, we got a wild Eric in the chat tonight.
There you
Good to
go.
see you, bud.
Hey, Eric.
What else you got going on? Anything?
Is that not enough?
I mean,
Are you not entertained?
I know you. I know you. You got more stuff going on.
Always, but there's another stuff. I can actually say that the art for our Acorn Woodpecker game is being worked on as we speak. So I was told it was going to be done, and then it's Vincent Dutrait art, so he takes his own time. He does his thing his way, whatever not. But
Nice.
I should be seeing sneak previews of the art for that pretty soon, which means hopefully, fingers crossed, next year we'll have an Acorn Woodpecker game in the market.
Oh, that's great. That's such a good thing to hear. I love it.
Dutrait's my
That's such a good
favorite. I got to get a game done by him someday. It's a goal.
Yeah, he's absolutely my favorite, and I don't know how I got so lucky to get him on my first one, but yeah, I mean, absolutely.
You got back to back. That's gonna be not us. You got 2 with 25th Century.
Yeah,
that are both Dutrait. It's good. That's awesome.
In fact, I just played Detective City of Angels two nights ago.
Yeah, I saw you were super excited about that.
Yeah, I love that game. I'm almost done with the core.
I think you took the picture before you started, so you were like looking forward to playing it.
Yeah, I barely won. I won with the tiebreak, basically.
Oh, okay.
Which is weird. The tiebreak is reverse player order, which you don't normally see, but getting the jump on stuff is such a big deal in that it makes sense.
Right?
Yeah.
Congratulations on the win. That doesn't happen often for you.
Yeah. It's funny because we all kind of figured it out at the same time. It's a really great game where you I'm going over here, they're going over there. I don't know what they discovered, but I know what I discovered. They don't know, and all this stuff. And then, the last round, we all run to the same place and start asking this person the same questions. Yeah. And you're like, get out of here. I'm asking questions. Go away. And then they got the answer before you did. And you're like, no. But they don't know this part,
Right.
I played one where my brother went to a location and I knew where in that location he should be searching, but he didn't. He had 3 different places he could. I was like, haha, he's going to search the wrong spot, and then I'll show up and and he just randomly picked the right one. I was like, no, you don't even know why you're digging in there.
That's like one of my problems with Rebellion, right? You just pick a random location, I'll just go there, and you're like,
well, that was the one scenario. They're not all like that, but yeah.
Can still happen.
That's what's fun is the scenarios are all different. So I can't wait to play the Dark Quarter, actually.
Yeah, is the thing up and running, the app? I hope.
They're supposed to have the app for I think the core and one of the expansions already.
Good.
Already. By now. It's the better way to say that.
Already.
Yeah. But anyway, none of that is an announcement.
Whatever. People are used to this by now. What do I have to
Scenario.
say?
How else would you say scenario?
Scenario?
No one says scenario.
Excuse me. Sure do. Tribe Called Quest does.
What do you say, Andrew?
I think it's scenario. That's how I
Scenario.
say it. Yeah.
Scenario.
But I might be a British broadcaster. I'm not 100% sure.
Also,
I'm
how do
pretty
you
sure I
say
say-
address?
How do I say address? Address.
Address.
Yeah.
Mike?
I mean, it's your address.
Address. Okay, good.
Yeah.
All right.
But, I mean,
Right. I had
Okay.
someone get on to me because they were saying address.
well, you address something, but it's your address.
Right.
Yeah,
Okay, good.
That's how I would.
We're all in agreement.
But I mean, Tribe Called Quest, right? What's the scenario? It's not what's
That's true.
what's the scenario?
Scenario.
It's what's the scenario?
Scenario.
What's a scenario? Yeah.
There you go. Scenario, not scenario. In the song, it's scenario.
Hmm.
I didn't make it. Just saying. So the
Heard it both ways.
I have the announcement, the thing that we've been holding on to for a few weeks now, with the upcoming Canvas Critters that's happening June 24th. It launches June 24th on Kickstarter. For the next couple weeks, we are running a fun little. Can I do it? Do you have that link that I sent you and you like playing around with that? Okay. So we're running a couple weeks in a row. We're going to be running a mosaic competition, say. And each week will be focused on a different publisher. I'm not gonna. I don't want to spoil too much. I think everyone's gonna have to pay attention and stay tuned to see who. We're gonna have 4 with a surprise at the end, but we're gonna have 4. 3 of them are other publishers than 3WS. Lieutenant. 3WS will be in the mix because we're gonna have one of the competitions is going to be on the critters from Canvas Critters. But we're starting tomorrow with the first round, and the first round is focused on Cardboard Alchemy and their catalog of games. So you got your Critter Kitchen, you've got your Anything Dragons, you got your Andromeda's Edge, which has a bunch of races that you can play around with, or planets or whatever. But the idea is for the next week, you're going to focus on making a mosaic, either with real pieces that you have. Not Campus Critters, that's different. Real pieces that you have in your own games, if you want to break those open and make an actual mosaic with your pieces, or we made a digital app. DeVito made a digital app that you can go in and make a mosaic with the pieces from the game, and then save it and use that. So you don't want to go into your games, rip them all apart, put them on the table, and figure out where the hell they all go. There is this little thing right here. It's still being worked on. There are a couple tweaks we still need to add to it, so this is not final.
This is
But
very cool.
those are the pieces that are in the game. Yeah, DeVito ripped this like from the ground up, like started building this out. You can change from white canvas to black canvas depending on what you want to do. And then all it is you can drag and drop the pieces, or you can highlight it and click, whatever you want to do. The pieces are flippable. If you hover over it and hit F, they'll flip. Some of them don't matter because they're symmetric, but if you hover over that rhino and hit F, you'll notice it flips.
Yeah.
There you go. And you can rotate them around. You can't resize them because that's not fair. But you're going to make a mosaic. So that, clearly, Chris is making a self-portrait of himself because he works for Cardboard Alchemy. There's his goatee.
Okay.
So then you're going to submit your best or multiple, if you'd like. Submit your mosaic. And then next week, we're going to have Peter on the show on Monday as our special guest. And he is Peter Vaughn from Cardboard Alchemy. And he is going to rank the 10 best. And we're going to find out of all the submissions who made the best Cardboard Alchemy focused mosaic. And then when Peter is on, that'll close out Cardboard Alchemy, and then we'll announce the next week's special guest, and focus. Then there's a third, which is pretty special for me, and then there's a fourth. So the next 4 weeks leading into the launch of the campaign, it's going to be something pretty fun happening with this stuff. So again, you can use this app. We'll release it all and let you all know like where to get it, how it's all going to work. We'll give you the link. If you're not part of the Discord, go to our website and hop into the Discord because I'm sure we'll be talking about it there. You'll be able to put your pictures in there as well, and then we're going to lead right into the launch of the game and have some special guests and some fun with this thing.
Sounds amazing.
Which Chris
really
is clearly
does.
doing.
And this is already a cool interface. Just watching Chris play around with it, I want to jump in.
Yeah, I haven't listened to a word you've said, Mike. I've just been playing.
I know you haven't. That's fine. It wasn't for you because we've already talked. It was for everyone else listening. It is pretty fun. It's super intuitive. I mean, we've gone through a couple iterations of where it started and what it is now, and making sure the flippable was there and being able to delete something if you don't want it. You can get rid of it. Like I don't want that
how
one
do you
there.
delete?
Just hit a backspace or delete, whatever, depending on what you're using. There you go.
There's no more Rhino.
Yeah.
This is the show now, just by the way. So,
Right? I'm not sure it needs to be anything else. We just watch Chris work.
That's fine. I could do it. I'll just go fill up my wine. I'll watch this all night. So yeah, that's really cool.
I don't know what I'm making.
I want to talk about what's coming in a couple weeks, but I'm going to leave it for an announcement in a future time when we release kind of who the other publishers that are on board with this are. But to start off, we wanted to hit with obviously a close friend of the show and someone who's just killing it out there. That's like a crab.
Yeah, that's
Nice.
what I was going for. Yeah.
I thought he was going spider with that one until the whales dissected in different directions. I thought he was going to go spider.
Of course, I could have just done that.
Yep.
Oh, well, there you go.
Whatever works.
Fair enough. It's king crab.
So up at the top, there's 12 pieces in the game that are unique. They were sculpted by I want to say Brian Robertson. He did all that layout for these things, so they're unique to the game. But there are 12 animals in the game. Chris is not showing all of them because of the way that the thing is working. And then there are 3. I'm not sure if they're going to make it into this. We might keep it as a surprise. But there are 3 special animal components that will be either revealed or secret, or you might find them somewhere along the way. But there are 12 animeeples in there. Some of them have something to do with us in the community. The crab for Ocean City, actually, where I am now, because that's where DeVito grew up. The flamingo for West, the fox for Luca. So there's a little bit of Easter eggy kind of stuff in there that we might talk about at a future junction.
Is the fox going to evolve into a fox dinosaur by any chance?
It might. I mean, that is a pretty cool looking fox dinosaur. I'm just saying. We can make that into an animeeple.
Mm-hmm.
Or we can make it into a dinosaur for the Digging for Dinos game.
I wasn't going to say anything, but I was thinking, it would make a pretty cool 3-piece dinosaur to do a fox dinosaur. That'd be pretty cool.
Yeah. We might be able to do something with that. Yeah, so that's happening. That's starting tomorrow. We'll have a couple links, a couple announcements, a couple posts about it. So for those that are watching now, if you want to hop into the Discord or try and go into the full 42 Discord, I can let you know where that's all going to be and release all that stuff once we get going. But that's starting up tomorrow.
Wait, they can't do this right now?
What? You can do it now and submit it. Go ahead.
No. I mean, they can't get on this right now?
No, there's still a couple things that need to be added to it. Like when you're done and you go to save it, it has to be like we don't want you to have to email it to us. We're going to be like when you create it and save it, it should be directly sent to us in some fashion. I'm just not sure where the landing platform is for that yet. So we're still building out a couple things. I think a couple drop-down menus or clickables over on the left side of the page there. and then we're just kind of trying to break it to figure out, is there anything else that we need to tweak? Like the flippable thing wasn't in there right away. The delete thing wasn't in there. So like we've just been messing around with it to try and figure out what's missing or what needs to be added to make it even more intuitive. So it's getting there, but we'll have all that stuff ready to announce tomorrow.
Cool.
Yeah. Oh, nice. That's fun.
He's making a giraffe with the giraffe
That's
in
awesome. It's a pretty good looking giraffe.
it. It is pretty solid. Although he needs to be using the flamingo.
This flamingo?
Yeah, there you go. Get some West in there.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, I should do the flamingo. You're right.
Yeah.
That's better.
That's pretty good.
Now it's a cooperative game.
Matt, if you can put a link, I think you're still doing it. Put a link to the merchandise that you have going, the new Be Creative stuff.
Yeah.
Oh, awesome.
I want to call a shout
Drop it
out
in
to
the
that.
chat.
Very cool. Really good
Yeah.
designs. Definitely worthy of time and support. Yeah.
Yep. I want to get my hoodie before we leave for Origins, hopefully. Yeah, throw that in there.
All right, I gotta turn this off, otherwise that's all I'm going to be doing.
Yeah, so that's happening, which I really am excited about. I reached out to a few people, and they were like, "Hell yeah, we're involved." And who better to start with than Cardboard Alchemy? I mean, with the dragons, they make a cool mosaic with those dragons. I'd like to see some of the duels dragons if they can. There's Timmy.
Hey, Timbot's here.
Come on.
We were talking about how you stole Andrew because you want to be on the hype train with the guests that we have on. You always get them on the Wednesday after.
Well, this way we always get the new stuff that they have to talk about. They get the dregs.
Yeah.
You're not saving anything for them, right? You're giving us everything.
No, you got everything.
You're getting
Unless
all
I
the
get
good
news
stuff.
tomorrow.
Oh.
I mean, if I get news tomorrow, that's something. But no, yeah.
True.
That's fair.
Yep. So that's what I got. There's a Gen Con thing, but I'm gonna wait until we get closer. There's a really cool event that we put together. Last I looked I wasn't close to selling out, but it might be close by now. On day one we had 120 seats and 60 of them went almost immediately.
Oh, geez.
Yeah.
Not shocked.
It's pretty cool.
But I didn't go looking for a 3WS event, and I should have. That was dumb of me.
Well, the charcuterie event we had last year was it was dope. We had a really good time. Yeah. So, like, how do we one up that one? Well, you'll have to, if you go into the events at Gen Con, you'll see, but it's going to be promoting Canvas Critters, but you'll actually be doing like a paint and take with a canvas, and you'll paint something and you'll be able to walk away with a canvas. So,
cool.
That'll be fun too. But that's information for a later day.
Cool.
Yeah.
All right. So should we hit our top 5 since it's already like 45 minutes in?
Yeah, let's do it.
Yeah, let's do it.
Okay. First, I gotta hit the.
Yeah, Maddie's got insider info. Yeah.
Yeah, I talked to Chad about doing a cross promotion. Once the game's here and it's available, we're going to be doing something. I don't know what we have to re-talk about.
Be in hands first. Yeah, I understand. Yeah.
Is it about locations?
Based on your locations?
I did games where the name is a location. That's how I did it. I mean, it could be more expansive than that, but I found probably 50 of them off the top of my head, and I was able to narrow it down to my 5 plus a couple extras.
Yeah, I got a few extra too. Chris's list is going to be a whole bunch of opolies, Houstonopoly and Texasopoly and Dallasopoly.
Hey, I made a Monopoly board whenever I was in high school for Texas City. It was really bad, but it won a contest.
Congratulations.
It's my first use of Photoshop, actually. I had to make all the chemical plants look shiny and new. I had to turn the brown water into blue. I had to turn the brown sky into blue.
Man, making me feel old. I remember when I do that copy and paste and then take a picture of it stuff like that. And It's bad. Remember that stuff,
That's Photoshop 4.
right?
All right.
So, yeah, let's
So
get into it. This is a pretty good topic for. I mean, there's a lot of things with today that's kind of weird, right? We got Dino Day yesterday, so we're
Mhm.
playing dinos, and we're doing a topic based on real locations. And Andrew was just out sightseeing some really pretty locations.
It was.
So
I was
this does
bouncing
kind
around the
of,
Baltic Sea. So yeah,
yeah,
oh, nice.
checking out
Yeah.
some Helsinki and Copenhagen and Stockholm and Riga and some really cool spots. Really had a good time.
yeah,
Nice.
good photo. Took some good photos too.
Well, now I'm
So yeah,
jealous.
it kind of makes sense to have this as our topic with the places you've been. I'm sure. I'm curious of, and we'll get into it later, of your list, how many of them you've actually been to. I
Mm.
mean, I know one because we talked about it earlier, but
Yeah.
I'm curious. I'm curious how many of them, how many of the ones you put on your list are locations you've actually visited. But we'll see.
Believe it or not as many as I really would like. Although I have to put it this way, these are the games that I prefer to play. There's going to be some anger in the chat, I think, for me leaving things off my list that are very highly rated. But there are places I have been to where the games are just not games I enjoy as much.
Interesting.
So worst 5 games based on real locations.
For
I
me, I just got back from Le Havre, and I have to say Le Havre is not of my favorite games. I did not enjoy that one that much. But now I've only ever played it 2 players, and I'm sure it's just not as good or not. But yeah, I
I've
did
only
not
played it as 2 players as well. It is also not on my list.
Spoilers.
Yeah, well.
All right. Well, who wants to start?
Well, Andrew is our guest, so he can start.
All right, so this is actually a relatively recent, and I mean relatively as in like the last 5 years. But Coimbra was a one for me that I really like, with the idea of the dice rolling and action selection with the dice, and then the timing of it. So, the bigger numbers mean more power, but it means you go later, and so there's some really interesting push and pull with that. I really enjoyed that one. No, I have not been to Coimbra, but it's on the list of places to go.
Where is Coimbra located? Do we know?
It's in Spain.
Oh, okay. I'm supposed to be sharing stuff.
You probably should, yeah.
There you go.
Mine are never in order. They're never in order. My order is not being in order. That's my order.
This one is actually my
this
number 5. This is my number 5.
It's
In
a
order.
really
I go
good
in order.
game. This one's a lot of fun. I really enjoyed this one. It was a lot of fun to play. A little heavy at first. There's a lot of stuff you got to think about when you're playing and how you balance everything out. But the way the character, I forget what they're called, but the way the professors or something, the way the characters work.
Yeah.
Yeah, a really smart game.
I
Yeah, this
have the
one-
game. I've only played it twice, I think, and now it's been so long that I don't remember it very well. I need to look at the board here and stuff.
Yeah,
this is also one of those ones where like you make your own end game points by when you select things.
Right.
So you actually
Okay.
build your own game engine as you're going, and you dictate where you go to which locations to trigger things to score for you or not score for you, which I really like.
Yeah.
Are these guys playing this game in like a kitchen in a restaurant? It's with a rushed
he's
metal
got- yeah.
table.
Yeah.
Weird. Yeah, I remember a lot of bits and pieces of it, but I don't remember the full. I need to play this again.
It's a good one.
I remember it had kind of like a quick hype when it came out too, and then it kind of went away real quick. So there's so much stuff.
Died quickly, and I don't know why. I think it's really good. It actually does play well 2-player too, by the way. It does not disappoint at 2, which is nice.
I only played it at 2, yeah.
What was the follow up was Alma Mater, right? Same art style.
Which everything I heard people kind of bombed. It did not do very well. It did not play nearly as well. It had the same art style. People get psyched about it, but it did not hold up.
Yeah,
I like
this
the
is
art.
the better of the 2 for sure.
I remember the dice locking in. That was fun.
Yeah,
Yeah, and
I like the little castle you put them into. That's cool. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was well done. It was great production and really like those tracks, like Evan said, tracks. They'll get you. Yeah, it's fun. That's a good one. Good pick.
Oh, they'll get you.
Oh, they'll get you.
Good pick. Is that me then? Because I changed the order
Sure.
all whenever I switched this around. All right, so my number 5 is I had to look up to make sure this is a real place. So obviously I've never been there. Well, because it could have been like, oh, we'll make up this place because but it's not. So it's
Sure.
Maracaibo.
Maracaibo, yeah.
I knew it was like a Caribbean kind of thing, but I was like, maybe it's a city they made up. I better make sure it's a real place. So apparently it is Venezuela, I believe.
Yeah.
So that's pretty cool.
For as good as this
Maracaibo.
game is, I have some nitpicks in this one. For as good as this game is for me personally, the story in it is garbage. It's truly awful.
Oh, really?
But you have to play it to unlock some of the cool location changes that make the game better over time. So if you never play the story, you will never unlock certain parts of the game, and it's actually better with those things unlocked.
Oh, well, that's too bad. I really like the thing. I've never played the story, so maybe I just like it even more. Yeah. One of the things I liked about it was that, I mean, Mars is a real place. That's true.
Not on my list.
Yeah, I knew it wouldn't be on Mike's list.
Yeah, that was
one of the
very.
things
I
I
heard
like
that
about
discussion. It was very cool.
One of the things I like about this game is that same designer for Great Western Trails, and we've talked about that one before. Where it has kind of like a runaway leader problem. Someone could just pass you by and all that stuff. This one makes everybody kind of stop, collaborate, and listen, and then continue again into it. So it fixes that runaway leader problem. It's a really, I love
like
the
you've heard people say that and said, "Hold my beer," right? Like,
yeah. Yeah. It's like, oh, okay, I'll fix that. So yeah, I would always recommend this over Great Western Trail. I know some people like that one more and all. That's subjective, whatever, but they're wrong, but it's fine.
They are wrong. Yeah. This is much better than Great Western Trail.
But it's okay to be wrong because there's so many games made a year.
It is. Personal taste. There's no accounting for it. Yeah.
Nope.
This is my 5th favorite of this grouping, and now we'll hear a random game from Mike here.
I'm just gonna look away and point at my list and talk about that one. So, all right, we'll talk about that one. So, this is a game that I played for the first time in April with Chris at Gathering because it's one of Chris's favorite games. I'd never played it before.
From my list.
And I pointed. You wanted me to do it random, so I looked away and I pointed, and that's what I landed on. It's Istanbul.
Still in from my list.
Yep. I know you were talking about it, and you're talking about how great it was, and it's hit a couple lists for you, not for me because I never played it, unless it was like a next game I want to play kind of list. But I know it was talked about multiple times on the show, and I was kind of like I was going into it thinking, okay, Chris is gonna like it. It's probably gonna suck. It's not gonna be my type of thing. I really enjoyed the puzzling nature of how this game works, of how you're playing around with the discs and you're going to the different locations and you're kind of limited to where you got to go and how you're going to get there. It shocked me how much I enjoyed this game. But you got the layout of the different tiles, which I'm like, okay, that's going to be weird. I can see how the replay value of this goes, like from the different setups, how things are closer to each other and things are farther away, and how you really got to strategize how you're going to get the resources to get the things you need, because it's pretty simple, right? You're getting, what is it, 6 gems?
Depends on player count, but yeah, it's 5 gems. Yeah, unless you're playing with 2 players, that's 6.
So you could really you could generate this engine pretty quickly, but like people can be in your way, and like it was really, really smart, and I really enjoyed this one. I didn't want to downplay it, but I kind of thought like, oh, okay, it's a favorite. It's going to be one of those moment kind of games that I might not enjoy because our overlap is it's slim to the games that we enjoy, but the more games we play, the more like we enjoy, like the ones I talk about, the ones you talk about, and this one nailed it. Like I was pleasantly surprised at this guy. I'm glad I picked up the big box from someone who was selling it there, and we played that copy. Like I'm glad that I had it. I'm lucky they were selling it. But yeah, this is a really good one. I really enjoyed this one.
I remember finding this one and then playing it for like 3 days straight, and then being like, I need a break, but playing it hard, right? And then we were on vacation a while back, and I found out there was an Istanbul roll and write version, and I was
Yep.
like, I'll take a copy of that. That's fine. I'll take that. I still haven't learned how to play that copy because that copy I think is more complicated than the actual Istanbul, which is weird. The roll and write is a more complicated version, but oh well.
It's not actually a roll and write. It's just a dice game. You don't write anything or anything like that. But it's that same kind of style. You spin the dice.
No. Mine copy has actual sheets with a pencil.
Oh, so there's a roll and write version.
There's a roll and write system. Yeah.
Because there is a dice version as well.
Yeah. There's a whole deck of cards in there, and it's like a flip and write kind of thing. And yeah,
I'll have to look that up.
I still haven't learned how to play it.
I forgot. We played with Matt, right?
Yeah, we did.
And the Rossies? Right, and Matt, Matt won.
Yeah. Matt was like, oh, yeah, I can join, and then destroyed us. Yeah.
Yeah.
I was like, why would he invite you to play
this game you're playing? Let me try it. Oh, I won. Yay. Yeah, no, this was great. It was very smart. It's super intuitive. Like there's not really a lot like figuring out how the game plays. You're in it really quickly, and it works really well. Like the way that the game is set up, the way it plays. I don't know if it plays better with less people or full complement, but the way we played it worked really well.
Great.
Yeah.
Awesome. Even better, Matt.
So yeah, Istanbul is the first one I start with because I pointed at it with my eyes closed.
Great. Awesome.
What was that for
Andrew,
you? Was that your number one?
I will tell you when we get there.
Okay.
Andrew, what's your number 4?
Is a place in India, and it's about camels and about trading, and it's Jaipur. Jaipur is a classic for me as far as a 2-player head-to-head, almost not zero luck, but on that level of like minuscule luck where you actually make a lot of choices in the game and every choice has consequences, and the better player will win 2 out of 3 times. Like it's enough that's really a strategic in a small package, and I really like it. It's really solid.
What is it? Someone made a space version.
I think somebody made a space version, and actually there's a print and play Star Wars version of Jaipur. Yeah, that's really cool. If you like this game, go check that out, and you can print and play it.
Oh, I want that. Yeah, I wasn't going to talk about this one because I talk about it so often every chance I get. I mean, it's one of, if not my top 2-player game. It's a game I'll bring out. Like it's a quick. You're in it. You're playing it really quickly. The camels. You can't underestimate the camels. Yeah, this is a good one. And there, like you said, there's some luck, right? Like your decision on whether to pull one or trade multiple, and then you pull one just because, and you're waiting for the gold or you're waiting for the red because you need that buy-in, that 2 buy-in, and then you flip it, and the person knows what you're going for, they take it. Like there's a little bit of, but it is really tiny of a moment where you can bounce back, you can adjust. That's to
factor in your decision making, right? Because if I clear that and then the thing I want comes up, that's on me for not taking a lesser amount of it and letting it come up, right? Or taking the whole thing, wiping and then giving you some stuff. But then that comes back to me in the same way when you take stuff. So I think it balances out.
Yeah.
Good pick.
Yeah, you could.
That is a very ancient proverb. Well done, Evan.
You can choke yourself out with your hand limit too, right? Because it's a hard limit. And when something comes up, or if there's 3 camels or 4 camels in the lot, and you're sitting on 6 cards, and somebody takes the camels and then refills like 3 gold or 2 gold or 3 red, and you're like you just can't. Like it forces you to make those decisions. It's good.
I have the version on the left here, and that's the one that has the panda that Dave here was asking about. I think that's some kind of nod towards a publisher or something like that.
They both have the panda and the camel, I believe.
Do they both have the panda?
I think so, yeah.
Okay. The second one looks like it was drawn by Dutrait. I would guess.
I have both, and I believe the one that I had in April was the one on the right, the newer one, and it had the because someone had pointed out the Panda. What was it? Aldi? I think
Oh,
Aldi
here,
came over
Mike's
to
here
us.
too. People's Mike is in here.
Hey, excuse me, Andrew. Hold
You're
on.
Luca's mic.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
You're Chris's
Someone
mic.
came over and told someone. Yeah. Someone. Hey. Someone came over and told. I believe it was Aldi. From BGG. I think he came over and told us about the Panda. But I forgot what it was.
It was a nod towards like a publisher or the printer or something like that. That is called Panda something. There's
Yeah.
a lot of them, something like that. Yeah. So they snuck them in there. Yeah.
This is such a good. Yeah, was it Aldi? Yeah. It's such a good game, Andrew. Great pick. It's one of my favorites. It's compact. You're bringing it where I mean you can play it on the plane. Like it's just a good game.
Yeah,
I'm
this is
always
definitely my
on the
top
hunt.
3.
I'm always on the hunt for tight, small games that I can take anywhere and play wherever we are and stuff like that, and especially if it plays well 2-player. So this is high on the list.
This is my top 3 2-player. Yeah.
Yeah, this is a great game. Excellent pick. It was
Yeah.
the first one I wrote down. Literally, the first one I wrote down on my list was Jaguar.
All right, so I'm going to follow that up with a game that I've only played 2-player in, but it plays more. But I'm going to go with Ostia.
Ooh, I haven't played this yet.
That's Brandon. I have.
That's what? What was that?
I was answering Brandon's question in the chat. I love Targi. Targi's great.
So Ostia is it's basically a rondel, and you work with your own personal rondel. If they ever showed, there we go. So you have your own ships on there. You're doing the rondel thing where you pick up the amount of ships you do, and that gives you resources. The amount of ships that you pick up. Like if I pick up 3 ships in the wood area, I'm getting 3 wood, and then you move it 1, 2, and 3, and where you land, that's the action you do. So you got to figure out. Yeah, you got to figure it all out. Like, oh, okay, I don't have the paper to do this action. So if I do this action, it'll give me the paper and it, all that stuff. I love that kind of stuff. It is a rondel.
Yeah, you don't drop as you go, right? You move that.
Moncala. No, you drop as you go.
Oh, so Moncala then.
Moncala is a rondel. Rondel is the general category.
Like whiskey and bourbon? Okay, I got you.
Mm-hmm.
Well, Moncala is a specific game that is a rondel.
I love you guys.
Yeah.
I haven't played this one yet. I need to check this one out. It sounds good.
Yeah, it's really good. This little puzzle, the rondel puzzle, is one of my favorites. The big board, if they even show it. Yeah, there it is. The big board is basically what you're doing all those actions for. You're trying to get down the different waterways to get to the end and score the points before other people do. Take
like
control.
A tech tree kind of situation where you're like trying to find your branching paths?
Sort of. So like, if they show, I want to see the board with the stuff on it. Because, it's not going to show it. There we go. Bad picture, whatever. So just like most Euros, you randomize what goes out on the board, right? Mm-hmm. And then as you send your ships down the boards, you're going to get, wherever you land, you're going to get that stuff. So you'll get the 2, I forget what that is, like food or wheat or something like that if you land there. But if you continue past it, as the first person gets to take these tokens up. That's for set collection. If you get to certain places, you can put these little buildings down and say, I own this spot. Other people can own it too, but they're going to have to get up there too. And then first person at the end of each one gets to go and lock their ships into these, like for every ship I have, I get 3 points or something like that, right? But the first person in gets 5 points for every ship they have. So you're all racing down those paths and stuff.
Okay.
Yeah. It's a efficiency rondel type game.
Evan's got a question for you.
No. So it's a little bit different from Crusaders because Crusaders, where the when you pick up your pegs on that action, that's the action you're doing. This one is you pick up the pegs, it gives you resources for the amount of pegs that you have, and then wherever you land, that's the action you do. So it's a little bit different, but it's the same kind of puzzly feel. Yeah.
I like that.
That's true.
Goes with that.
Yep. No one's listened to any of this. They've just been talking about different ways that Mancala is a rondelle and rondelles are. Oh my God.
It's not like you don't know how the show works, right? Like the rabbit
Yeah.
holes.
Yeah, that's fine.
Yeah.
Great. Great.
All right, Googs, what you got?
I want to pick that one up. All right. So my number 4. Before
And
someone
I
else
haven't
takes
played
that.
the Pirates expansion for this yet, but I have it. So
Ooh, there's pirates. Okay.
I definitely I need this game. I gotta get a hold of this game because I've heard nothing but good things about it.
a Squircle?
I like a good Squircle.
I think Matt made that up.
Yeah, I think so too.
I doubt it. I believe that's real.
Maybe.
If we're playing like fact or fiction, I'd bet that was fact. Coming from Matt, I bet that's fact.
Because it's from Matt, I bet it's fact, but it sounds made up. I mean, all words are made up, so.
Oh, he's getting defensive. Maybe a little too defensive.
Oh, yeah, that is offensive.
Oh my God. All right, my number
Great.
4, before anybody else steals it, is one of the games. I mean, it's how I met Daryl. It's how I really started getting into the con circuit and the industry, and it's Sagrada.
Yeah.
And the game, it's one of my favorites. It's so sleek. It's so puzzly.
Yep.
It's got so many amazing things with it. The the puzzle of trying to fill out the window, the restrictions of color and shade, shades of the pips. Every time every time I see a picture like that, I immediately look at the layout of dice to see if it's legal because of the restriction of no similar color or numbers have to be orthogonally adjacent. I immediately start looking at it to see if it's all legal placement. But the way that you have your private objective is okay. You're getting extra points based on either a specific color and the pip values of it or a specific pattern. And then the public objectives, the way that you're trying to like not duplicate number, like that one there in the lower left, you want shade variety in your rows. So you don't want to have duplicate shades in your row. But then there's one that's no duplicate colors in a column or no duplicate shades in a column where you're looking for a snaking like diagonal for every diagonal of the same color. You get a point per color. There's so much variability and replay in this game, not only with the windows, because each window is double-sided, but the way the dice come out of the bag and how you snake draft. And then you have your public objectives and you have your private objectives. But then the only thing is the 5-6 player expansion is kind of misnamed, and I hate it because it's not just an expansion to add 5-6 players to the game. It adds one of the coolest mechanisms that elevates this puzzle in such a way that I haven't seen anything. I haven't played something that makes it that fun. There's a private wheel, and you populate it with 2 of each color in the beginning of the game. You take 2 of each color, you roll them, and you put them in your private wheel. And then on your turn, instead of snake drafting, and the reason why the base game goes 4 is because a snake draft at 6 took too long. On your turn, you're pulling a dice from the public pool and your private wheel in either order. So you can pull one from your private wheel, then from the public, or vice versa. But what it does is it adds 10 dice in the beginning of the game that you have to fit into your window. So like so there's 20 dice you have to fit in there. Half of your puzzle is known to you in the beginning of the game. And you're like, all right, well, based on what was rolled, how the hell am I going to make this happen? And it takes it to such another level, keeps it still like the same tightness and the same puzzle, but makes it feels different. It just feels different. It's so much better. It's like playing Lords of Waterdeep. And if you're playing it without the expansions, it doesn't play it with the expansions. Getting the 5-6 player expansion and having that private wheel makes this game so much better for me. But I love it. I love everything that the facades bring, the hope, glory, and life. Is it hope, life, and glory? the 3 expansions with the modules, and you can have your assistants, and you have all these things that go along with it. It's a beautiful game. It makes you feel so accomplished when you can complete your window. You get a little bit, you get a minus point, right? If you have an open spot in your thing, okay, fine. But it feels so good when you get all 20 dice in your window. It's just a beautifully done game.
So it's not the actual game, but also there's an app for this with a daily puzzle, and I have to say it's one of the best ways to like spend a 2-minute downtime, like or whatever. I'm waiting for something or something. I pull it up and I'll play the daily puzzle for like 3 minutes or not. I really like pulling that puzzle out in that moment and just playing. It's really great.
So
That's
this
cool.
game, and if Daryl, I saw Daryl like the video. If he's in the chat or still listening, this game. So this game is co-designed by Adrian Adamescu and Daryl Andrews, and they had a base of a game that had no theme. And then Daryl went on vacation and saw the Sagrada in person and came back to Adrian and was like, I got it. Like, this is what we're doing. So this game actually, it had its foundation, but didn't have this theme until Daryl went to the location that it's based on and came back with the idea of, oh, this should be about stained glass windows, and this should be like, this is what it's going to be. So it just feels right that it has to be in this list of games based on locations, because this game wouldn't exist had Daryl not went to the Sagrada on that trip.
I have to say, 100% agree with your story, but I feel like this is in Barcelona and it's named Sagrada. So I don't know. It's a little fringy, but I'll let it slide.
It's a location.
It's a location, yeah, but it's like you picked a building within the city versus picking the city. I don't know. It's a little nitpicky, I guess.
But it's not based on cities. It's not board games based on cities.
I mean,
that's kind of how I took it.
Like,
okay.
Would you pick Notre Dame as a location one?
I might have.
Oh, okay. So
Okay.
different criteria then, because I really did pick on like a location, city-based location. That's how I did.
Okay.
That's me though.
That's how we work.
Yeah. You can literally pick anything you want, Andrew, because it's somewhere.
That's true. That's how you get Terraforming Mars. Right. I get it.
But if you put that game for some weird reason on your list, it is based on a real location. So I would say yes. I wouldn't question that.
That's fair.
Sure.
I guess I got excited when you mentioned this because I was like, there's so many games with names of cities that like I wanted to keep within that parameter, but that's me.
Interesting.
There you go.
There you go.
I would go to my game room to play Sagrada.
Go ahead and just Luca me, Dave. That's fine. Go ahead and tell me I'm wrong. It's all good.
Yeah.
Nope, you're wrong.
You're wrong. And it's okay to be wrong. All right. So my number four, or the next one I'm going to talk about on my list, which happens to be in the spot of number 4, is Sagrada.
Nice.
It's a great game.
All right. So, Andrew, what's your number 3 that's actual location?
My number 3 is a card game where you pay for things with other cards, which I adore that mechanism, right? So if the card costs 3, you got to give away 3 cards to pay the cost. And it is San Juan, which is the better version of Puerto Rico.
Agreed.
Yep. Agreed.
It's tight, it's small, it does all the same things, but in a better way. And it's a more interesting to play puzzle for me personally. And now I've played this game so much that I look for specific card combos, and I tend to either win or lose whether I get that card combo or not. And that's a bit of a bummer now, but it's a really good game.
I used to play this as an app on my phone for a long time, and I haven't touched it in a while, and I saw it on my phone recently, so I clicked it, and I realized I'd forgotten all the rules to this. So I need to go back into learning it, because for whatever reason, whenever when I get a board game, I'm like, oh, this is fun, and then I start playing it on mobile, I stop playing it on the board game, and then whenever I stop mobile, it's just out of my head to that point, so I need to
Right.
revisit though because I really liked it. Yeah, it's very good.
Plus, I think what this game fixes with the cards is the automatic way of playing Puerto Rico that everybody feels like you have to play, otherwise you lose.
Hmm.
Because the cards you're dealt in the beginning are the cards you're dealt in the beginning. You have to play off the cards you have. You can't just do an automatic first strategy.
This is funny. I almost did pick Earth just for that funniness. No, that's a great pick. It's a great game. It's I like the puzzle of it. Yeah.
Yeah, it's a good one.
I've never played Puerto Rico because I've heard this was the better version, so I just never bothered.
That's smart. Don't bother playing a game that's a little bit broken and without a touch.
That's what I hear. So yeah.
Yeah.
Have you been to
Yeah,
this location?
Yes, I have been to San Juan.
Nice. Have you been to Sagrada?
I have not yet. It's high on my list of places to go.
Nice. Cool. I was worried that you were about to do mine, but I don't think you pay with cards. You pay with money. So I was like, oh wait, that's not it. So, and you might have been to this one. Many people have. Mine is London.
Yep.
Oh, you were just there, weren't you?
Yeah.
There you go. Yep. So were you at the UK? What's it called?
No,
UK?
it didn't line up with this trip. We were there
Oh.
before UK Games Expo kicked off. But yeah, had it been there at the same time, I would have definitely popped my head in for sure.
So Martin Wallace, this is the version I have. I know there's other versions and stuff, but it's basically a card game. They just have a this simple mat where the cards and score are kept. But now the mat is important because it shows how many you can put down there per play count. It's kind of the market and stuff. And things, whenever you take it away, they drop down. So you kind of need that. But it is, other than that, just a card game that you don't really need the sleeve, but you can if you want. I'll just say that because the picture's in here. Trying to find pictures. There we go. Wow, penny. That's weird. I guess they're using pennies, but so anyway, you basically, it's one of those card things where you have a deck A, deck B, and deck C, so that you can have kind of like beginner cards as you go. And then, what are you laughing at? Jeez.
Martin Wallace told Dave he didn't know shit.
Yeah. No, he called it. What was it? Like he used a certain word about him, like he was a catastrophe or something like that.
I thought he said clusterfuck.
Yes, that's what it was. And he took that as a badge of honor. I thought that was funny.
Mm-hmm.
But anyway, it's really hard. I've tried to describe this game to people to get them excited about it, and it's hard to do. It's just a great puzzle feeling where you get a hand of cards. You're trying to put down certain cards to get them triggered, but you can't get all of them down. You have to make those hard decisions of what you're going to do with it. But the fun thing is that it's this engine thing that you build up part of your city, and then for your turn you run it, which means you flip all your cards over, and then you have to build on top of that. And some cards don't flip over, or you might be able to fix it so that this one will flip over instead of this one, so you get to run that one twice. Lots of fun little stuff. Yes, that's a great quote. You should get that on a shirt, Dave, and put Martin Wallace as quoting. Yeah,
it's coming. It's coming. So I have a question. Is this game based on London in the UK, or is it based on London in Ontario, Canada?
UK, because it's actually about rebuilding London after it burnt down. So.
Okay, all right, just checking, because like Sagrada is Sagrada, right? There isn't another Sagrada, but London, there's a couple Londons, right?
Is there enough actual London in this, or could you just retheme this as any city that burned in a fire, like Chicago or Lisbon or anything like
You don't even need the fire part.
Okay.
Like you can make this fantasy city or whatever, because it does. All you're doing is you're building stuff, right? But all you're doing is putting down cards that react with each other or score a certain way and stuff like that. Yeah. So. So no, I don't feel like I've visited. There's paupers. I don't feel like I've visited London while playing, but it's a really good game. So.
Cool.
And I don't normally recommend card games. Normally, my games take up a whole table and stuff like that. So that's how you know it's good. All right. So, what's your number 3, Mike?
All right. I should.
Or
figure that one out.
sorry. What's your random next one?
Yeah,
Not random. The next. I mean, I can make it random if you want. I can flip a coin.
No, we're not asking for random. Come on.
I mean, all right. So the next one I'm going to talk about, I don't ever want to play at more than 2-player. It does play 4, but I feel like it's a waste of time. And you can be playing other things. But at 2 players, I adore it, and it's Red Cathedral.
Nice.
Oh, another building to visit.
Red
Another
Cathedral is
rondel.
based on a real location. It does have a rondel, and it has one of the coolest. I mean, I love it. Finca does it. This one does it. But using the dice where you pull from is how many you move it, and where you place, you get the resources based on how many dice are there. So using the pips for movement, and you're using the quantity of dice for the resource generation. It can be a little mean when you start building stuff on top of people that claimed a building or a part of the tower that's lower. Doesn't always happen, but it can, because you can see it coming and you can deliver stuff. You are restricted in how many resources you can deliver to the different places. But that mechanism that it does with the dice and the resource management is brilliant, and I love every time I play it. I just don't like this one at the full player count. But yeah, the way the measuring tape on the bottom and how that's restricting how many components you can have. You gotta claim different pieces of the tower to end up getting rid of the flags that you saw there. That'll give you more space for your resources. Then when you claim the different places of the cathedral, you get the bonuses that you can put into your player board that lets you. No, it's not based on the restaurant chain. Also, White Castle is not as good as Red Cathedral, in my opinion. Red Cathedral, Illinois. So yeah, the choices of when you put your flag out there to claim and how that gives you your benefit. And then you get every time you use the blue die or every time you use the green die, if you have a benefit in that slot, you also get a thing. So you could structure it where every time you use the green die, your benefit for using the green is wherever the blue die is. And it gets really like the puzzle of how that all works and how you're going to manipulate the board and what dice you're going to use and where it's going to end up and how the quadrant, the I forget what they're called, not nobles, but whatever they're called in the corner. There's 4 quadrants of the board, and each one you can do different abilities when you're there. It's so good. It's such a great game.
It's a really good crunchy puzzle, no question.
Yeah. Just overstays a little bit at 3 and definitely at 4 for me.
I've never played more than 2, so I wouldn't know. But yeah, I could see that.
2 is good. 2 is good. Yeah. So Red Cathedral, White Castle is okay. It's like the next one from this, but it doesn't. I don't think it stands up to Red Cathedral. I think Red Cathedral is the better game.
All right. So number 2.
All right. So this is, in my opinion, the premier bag pulling game. It's from a city in France. It's Orléans.
Another one from Chris's list.
Look, my number 1.
There it is.
Sorry about that, Chris. I didn't mean to snake it on you, but this is a great one. This is a really, really good one. I love the chance of building your bag and figuring out percentages of what do I need to get to set up things for later on, and the map interesting puzzle of trying to either move on the water or move on the land, depending on the combo that I can put together. And then I love the monks being kind of like wild, but those are hard to earn. And then the little aspect of knowing there's plague coming, but when, and all these aspects are just really cool.
Yeah, this is not only my number 1 on the list, it's my number 1 game of all time.
Oh, now I feel a little bad I snaked it on you.
No. That's fine. I figured it'd be taken, actually. Have you been to this one? Have you been to Orleans?
I have not. No, sadly.
I've been to New Orleans.
Yeah, me too. It doesn't count.
It's different. Yeah. No, this is like I said, my number 1 game of all time. So I always try to show it to people. Played it at the gathering, and I play it pretty much every game night if possible. So, yeah.
Yeah, it's a good
Great
one.
pick.
Plus, it has wine in it, so that's always better, right? You can actually pick up wine. I always get wine.
There you go. Yeah, this is Old Orleans.
Right?
Yeah. No, great pick.
Yeah, it's a great game. It does suffer from the upgrade. Like if you don't have the upgrade, it doesn't feel as good. Having the same thing with Quacks. Like when you're building that bag and you're reaching in, you're getting the piece. I know cardboard's are 3D pieces, but you get something that's a little bit more chunky. Like it feels better. I don't know if it enhances the experience of the game, but playing with those things rather than flat cardboard bits, it does add a little bit of oomph to the game for sure.
When you jingle the bag and it clacks, yes, it makes the game better. Period.
Yeah, the deluxe
Okay.
version is. It's hard to play the non-deluxe version. Yeah. All right. Nice. Well.
All right, Mike. Settle down, Mike.
Well, since my number 2 was also taken, I will
number
put a
2.
substitute for number 2.
So your number 2 is really your number 6 or your number 7. So it makes no sense.
My number 2 wasn't going to be on this list because I will talk about the dice game of Istanbul instead of Istanbul.
Okay.
But yeah, I honestly did think, like, which one do I talk about? Because this one still feels like you are playing in that same game, but it's more express. It's faster.
Okay.
You get into it real fast, but you still feel like you're making those puzzly decisions of, do I do this or do I go this route to get the gems? Because you're still trying to get gems. So you still feel like it's probably the best version of another game that is in the same universe or something that still feels like you're kind of still playing the game, but it's a totally different thing at the same time. Yeah, you just roll dice, choose which dice to do. You get 2 actions. Try to get those gems off of there with those dice. It's very good.
I still haven't played this one yet.
I think you like it, especially based on the fact that you like this Istanbul. So, Yep.
It doesn't even make sense. It's not a board game.
But it's a location. It's going to be sausage sizzle.
Red Hot or Wiener Dog or something like that.
Sausage sizzle would work.
There you go.
Sausage sizzle. Yeah.
Yep.
It's a real barbecue in Australia.
All right, what's your number whatever?
Oh, that's
number
mine.
2.
That was my number 3.
One to talk about.
All right, I'm gonna go with it. I mean, I don't think you guys are gonna pick this one. I don't think Chris has ever played it, so I'm gonna leave that one for my number 1. I'm gonna talk about Bora Bora. Is that okay? Does the chat approve of my pick of Bora Bora? That's a city. You can find it on a map. Is that all right?
Yes, exactly. There you go.
It is a location.
What's up, Alan?
Hey, Alan. I forget you're an hour. Oh, you're late though. Even if you are an hour behind. Yeah. So Bora Bora was just redone. I just found out. I think it's called Is it Cuzco? Is the new version of it?
That's right. Yeah.
It's a very heavy box because it's got a lot of stuff. But the game, it's unforgiving. It's easy in how you play it. Putting your tents out there, how you got to grow from settlement to settlement. You need the dice in order to go to the islands or to go across the water or whatever. But that dice selection mechanism in the beginning there or in the middle there, and the way you put your dice and how that's restrictive to what you can do in the game is a brilliant puzzle. But then you have the board getting wiped from round to round of all the things you want to get from round to round. So one of the things you want to do is collect jewelry, and there's a set collection mechanism to this game. And the jewelry, and I haven't played the new version, so I don't know if it's called the same thing in the new version. In this version, you're making jewelry, you're buying jewelry. And if you don't get the piece you need, you might never see that piece again. There are a limited amount of those pieces in the game. So like if it comes out on the board, you almost immediately have to be like, all right, what can I sacrifice in order to get it? Do I want to still go for it? Is it worth it? Can I get the better point somewhere else? This is not a light game if you suffer from analysis paralysis. This one could kick you repeatedly with every round from things to things. And if you start straying from your initial, this is what I'm going to go for, you will find yourself lost really quickly. It is a very tight and unforgiving game in how this game just operates. But it's such a cool puzzle, and how it does one of my favorite things where you're taking stuff off your board and putting them on the board,
Mhm.
on the main board. I love that when you get to unlock stuff, like when you, like Terra Mystica style, where you take something off your board and you put it out there and now you have something. This game, I love this game. This game is brilliant for me. It's a heavy one, but it's a brilliant game.
Okay, I've not tried this one, so you're enticing me now.
Oh, it is. I am not using it lightly. It is unforgiving. When you're building out your thing and you're going for your set collecting and you see that jewelry come up or that thing come up that you really want, if you don't have a way to get it, it could hurt. And you just got to figure out another way to do it. You might have a god card to drop to do a thing, or you might get it in the next round, and it will reward multiple plays because you'll understand how the game. What like, that first time you're playing through it is going to be like, what the hell just happened? But you'll get it. It's not a complicated game in how it operates. It's unforgiving.
So this is the better version of Terraforming Mars, where the experienced player will always win, but you like this one.
I don't think the experienced player will win.
Really?
Like you might be going for the thing, and like you might be you can't wait for the thing to happen. Like you're not going to mill a deck. You're not going to wait for the right jewelry to come out. Like every round, there's a certain amount of stuff out, and you're trying to get as much of it as you can on your turn. But you might not have rolled the dice in order to place on the action spot, because the way that's restrictive, or the things didn't come out right for you, and you're just going later in the turn, and someone else got it because they're also going for a set collection, but it's part of a different set or something. It's just, there's so much else going on where I don't necessarily like. I play this game a lot. I don't think I win very often. I'm also not. I don't play to win often, but I don't think the experienced player is going to win. I don't think they get they might have a little bit of an edge, but it's not like Terraforming Mars crazy.
But essentially everything is on the table for you to process. It's not stuff that's hidden. Okay, that's fair.
From round to round, though, like the jewelry will get wiped and new stuff. Like nothing stays from round to round. It's out there, and if you don't get it, it's gone. Like it won't stay till the next round. Where you're like, oh, I don't have to get it this round. I'll get it next round. No, that shit's getting wiped. New stuff's coming out. And maybe the piece you need, like the 1 of 3 or the 1 of 5, comes out in the next round and you grabbed it, like that's cool. But if you miss it because you just didn't roll the dice right, or you decided to go somewhere else, or you wanted to explore or expand before you went for the thing, like it could hurt. But I love it. I love this game. One of my favorites.
Okay.
All right, we're down to number ones.
All right, so this is a game that I think is criminally underrated. It came out and it had a little blip and then it just disappeared. And now I'm finding more and more people are finding it now, because it's just one of those things where it just keeps showcasing itself to people and they keep sharing with their friends very slowly. And it's about an Eastern European city called Praga, Caput Regni, about Prague.
I haven't played this one
yet.
What
I really like about this is the action selection rondel, that you pull the piece off of the wheel and you got two choices. You can see it in the upper right-hand corner there. And then each section on the wheel has a bonus. So if I want to build the wall, I got to take one of the pieces that has the wall on it, and then I'll get the bonus that's on the inner part of the rondel. And then it cycles back up to the top and gets put there. So you can actually think multiple turns in advance if you're a better player than I am. And it's essentially like multiple tracks, but in a physical format where you have your own player area. Where, like, if I, get the improvements, then the next time I take, stone for the wall, I'll get a bonus for that. And then if I do something with the church, maybe I'll get a bonus for that. But if I do too many improvements to begin with, then I won't have accomplished anything by the time the game is half over. So it's that quick push and pull of things, and the two different tracks up there, which is interesting because you want to move laterally but then you got to pay to move up. And so there's some really cool things about comboing things in a way to move up in the right spot. And there's bonuses you can try to hit. And it's kind of a crunchy game that, even though when you explain it, it sounds harder than it is, it's actually relatively simple, but the ramifications of each choice are deliciously crunchy.
Nice. I wrote this one down.
This is Vladimir Suchi. So if you like underwater cities or anything like that, same designer. This was a love letter to his hometown. So yeah, really, really good one. I like this quite a bit.
Have you been the
plays
pro?
well 2-player. It's a heavy game that plays well too.
Have you been to Prague?
I have.
I've always wanted to visit Prague. I like it.
Oh, it's so cool. It's a medieval city with a modern heart. So like you can just wander around and then duck into these little stores and little shops and stuff like that. My wife and I were going there to visit, and we popped into one place that was a little jazz club, and we went down the stairs to the thing. We went around the corner, and they took our coats. We're not, and we sit down, and it ended up being swing night. And so a bunch of 20-something kids were practicing their swing moves, and the guy was spinning jazz records, and they were doing swing to jazz. It was just like one of those cool things where it wasn't advertised. You just had to pick that shop that day to know. It just popped in, but it has that old soul to it in a cool way.
That's cool.
Swing and jazz, modern times.
Mm-hmm. It's a big culture.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, that kind of swing. Yeah.
Yeah, exactly.
Swing, not swinger.
Yeah, that's different. I wasn't there to watch, not that.
That's cool. Yeah, I have to write that one down. That looks cool. I mean, Rondell, gonna write it down. Suchi, gonna write it down. Yeah.
Yeah.
I'll check that one out.
Beautiful production too.
Yeah.
Yeah. Is that is the pictures I'm looking at? Is that how it's sold, or was that some kind of Kickstarter deluxe
No,
thing?
I think that's the base version. Yeah.
Wow. I like the little bridges. I like putting that stuff together.
That went right to retail, right? I don't know if that was a crowdfunder. Yeah. I think that was just a direct retail.
And I don't know. I don't think the marketing team did an exceptional job with that, because it did go it flashed and it was gone. And I've been seeing a bunch of podcasts and stuff like that bringing this up now, being hey, there's this kind of forgotten game that's really good. Yeah, highly recommend it.
Cool. All right. Well, my number one is Wingspan, because birds are everywhere. I'm just kidding. I am going to cheat, though, because you stole my number one. So I'm going to cheat a little bit, but it is based on a location. Actually, the whole thing takes place in a very specific location, and I just mentioned it. So I'm going to stick this as my number one, because it is City of Angels, Los Angeles.
That works.
Yeah, that's fine.
The whole map is Los Angeles, which is actually there's Detroit doing this magic. Yep.
I think you guys should have Evan on for his top 5 kind of forgotten games that are really good. And it's a good list.
That would be good.
Kind of forgotten.
I love reading and I've been near there and all that stuff, or that's where the Cardboard Alchemy Studio is, stuff like that. I love the board because it's, you can actually kind of pick out stuff and all that. So that is the location. It's one of the locations I've been to. There you go.
Very cool.
The only one I've been to. But, I've talked about this game before, and I was just talking about it at the beginning of this episode, where you actually feel like you're a detective in film noir. You're solving a mystery, running around, talking to different people, getting their responses. You don't know if they're lying or not. You have to challenge it. It's awesome. I love it. This is, I think, my top 3 of all time. So happy to replace my top 1 of all time with my top 3 of all time with a little bit of cheat. So
it's not a cheat. That's legitimate. It's LA.
I didn't put it in this list because I was like, it doesn't actually say Los Angeles. So I'm happy to substitute.
City of Angels. Everybody knows what City of Angels is. That's a nickname. Like, for instance, the city of big shoulders. That's a nickname for Chicago. You could have done that, and it would have worked and have been fine.
That's true. That's true.
Oh, that's the
And
first time
also
I
a
heard
really
that.
great game. I forgot about that one, but
I always thought Chicago was the Windy City. Not, I never heard
It
of
is.
Big Shoulders.
We have multiple nicknames. Yeah.
Hmm.
oh, are you in Chicago?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Yeah. Yeah, that's a great game too. Should have thought about that one. Yep. That's my substituted number one.
All right, Googs, what's your number one? What's your big
I-
best
our-
of all
our-
time?
Our topic was top 5 board games based on real locations.
Yeah, Los
Okay.
Angeles.
Los Angeles is a location.
Yeah.
Oh,
It is.
Motor City. That's Detroit, right? Yeah.
Yeah, it is.
All right. I've talked about this one on numerous shows, but it's the one of these that I've actually been to. So I have to talk about it. And it's based on an actual city that you can go to. It's Murano.
Oh yeah.
Murano
This
is
was a surprise for me when I played it. I was like, oh, this is actually really good.
Oh, I love it. I love it. There's two things going on in this game, right? There's the city building or the shop building on the island where you want your the shoppers, the people to come to your store. So you're trying to build out the shops with the people that can go down the sidewalk or the roads to your store. But in addition to that area control ish kind of thing, there's the action selection that goes around with the gondolas and the way that that works and how the certain gondolas are on certain action spots and it's the exact action that you want. So are you going to be the person to move the gondola off the action so you can get it next turn, or you're opening it up for somebody else? And the way the gondola, you can take any one of those things from around the board and move it as far as you want, as long as it doesn't cross another gondola. So you can, like that red one, I think it's on one location. Like that red one can't move because the black one to the left of it's in the way. But that black one can go to multiple locations and until it gets to that next gondola. Or better, the one that's on the bottom, on the right, the bottom. There's two on the bottom. The one on the right, that one can go anywhere on those different things up until that next gondola. And then you're taking the gondola off that spot, which is then unlocking that location for the next person in play. But sometimes you got to make that decision of, I'm doing it now because I need the thing that's going to help me do the thing. But then you open it up for someone else who's like, well, I got to take it now that it's open. It's just, it almost feels, it's not, because they coexist, but it almost feels like there's two different things going on here, right? That action selection of doing the thing you need at the right time. And then there's the building in the interior on the islands to get the shops up with the colors and it's a beautiful game.
This game is all about blocking the traffic, right? It really is about bottlenecking and pinching things off and setting it up so you only release things when you want it to be done. Yeah.
Yeah, I haven't played this one yet. It's been on your list many times, and I would like to try it. I think this was on the list of things that we were supposed to play it together.
Yeah,
So,
I had it with me.
Start the list again.
Start it again. Or we'll
I think
play it
this one is out of print, right? Or did it get back into print anytime soon? I don't know. I think it's out of print.
It got printed again with one of those expansions, one of the Christmas expansion, or they added something to it. They did a different edition. I don't know if it's with a different publisher and they reprinted it, or the same publisher just printed a new edition. It was out of print for a while, and one of those hard to find ones. But you should be able to get it on Amazon now pretty easily, or your local shop might have the new edition or newer edition maybe. Yeah, this one's great. This one's pretty. It doesn't look pretty, like the island of Murano with the glass, and you think of almost like Sagrada-esque, right, with the stained glass windows, that colorful nature of it, and it has got color in it, but it's not as pretty as the city or the buildings. But man, the game is it's a beautiful game.
The production feels like a very specific time in board game history, whereas if this game came out now, it would look vastly different. I have no doubt.
Right.
Yeah, what was this, like 2010, 2011, something like that?
Yeah, a little bit. I think it was around then, 12, 13 maybe.
Oh, 2014.
Yeah, okay. Yeah, it's beautiful. It's a beautiful game, and it's got that tight nature to it too, where with the gondolas and like you had said, right? You're trying to bottleneck, you're trying to control. It doesn't really work all that well.
But you're trying.
People can just do it. Yeah, you're trying to do it, but there's multiple ways to do the things you need to do when the board presents itself, and you can kind of choke people out, but it's a beautiful one.
Yeah, that's funny.
Hmm.
Yeah,
All right,
what's
so Chris, I know we have some honorable mentions, and since I pilfered a couple of yours, I'll let you fire off first the honorable mentions.
Oh, I get to squeeze them in. That's what happened. So they're already in the dice.
You got all of them.
Well, I mean, Jamaica is a fun one, a great one. The only reason why I didn't really make the list is I just don't feel like it really has anything to do with Jamaica. It's your pirates running around an island. It could have been any island, right? So
that game is a lot of fun, but only at max player count. You got to play that with the full gamut of people, where the most amount of weirdly chaotic little bits things can happen.
Yeah, agreed.
Yeah.
Oops.
Jamaica Queens.
All right, Googs, what else you got as an honorable mention? I know you got a couple.
I had Notre Dame on there. I think it's such a clever game with the way that the city works, right? With the roads and the way the selection works in that game. Bruges was another one that I think it's a great game.
I haven't tried that one yet.
I didn't add it to the ones I wanted to talk about because it's been a while since I played it, and I know I can't really talk too well about how it works. I just remember it being top of my list of games, and when it came up in the location stuff, I had to add it. And the only other one that it wouldn't have been a cheat because it's actual real places, but Rebirth. If you haven't played Rebirth,
from Mighty Boards,
it's Ireland on one side of the board and it's Scotland on the other side of the board. And it's a really fun puzzle where like you have one chip in your hand, and that's the one you're going to play on the board next turn. Like there isn't you have 3 cards or 2 tiles and you're playing one. Like when at the end of your turn, when you draw out of your bag or face down, depending on which edition you have, you draw a tile. That's the tile you're playing next turn. So you have as much time when it comes around to think about what you want to do, how you want to play, what you want to extend. It's a great game. I need to play it more. I like what it's doing. I like the castles with the way the Scotland works, and the Ireland plays a little bit differently. It's a really pretty game, and I love Ireland. I mean, it's like the locations, and we were just talking about it earlier, Andrew. The locations in Ireland that are on the map, like I've been to some of those castles, so it's kind of cool to play in that world for a while.
Right.
But yeah, I love Rebirth. I think I need to play it more, but I love it as a real location game. I think they did a great job of bringing that one around again.
But Rebirth isn't the name of the location, right?
Rebirth is the game.
Right. What's the name of the location?
The one side of the map is Ireland. The other side of the map is Scotland.
Okay.
It's a game based on a real location. I don't know what.
All right, that's fine. Yeah. Axis and Allies location game.
Sure.
All right. Hey, you don't hear argument, right?
We already had conversation. I just picked it a different way. That's all. It's all good.
Yeah. I hear argument in your tone, Christian.
You always hear argument in my tone. That's just my tone.
True. This is very true. But so for me, I guess we could have done this at the top of the list. But for me, you're not doing Star Wars Outer Rim as a game because it's not based on a real location. It's based on a fictional location, right?
Okay.
To you, maybe.
Do you know what I mean?
I know what you mean. Yeah.
That was my line for this.
Sure.
It's a real location. It's based on a real place that you could go to. And Galaxy's Edge doesn't count. I'm sorry. I know it's a real place. It doesn't, not real over fictitious. That was my thing with this one.
Now, I do believe that Murray the Asshole Frog is based on a real location. I do believe that.
I'm so happy I got a copy of that game. What? It's a real game. Murray the Asshole Frog.
Yeah, I know.
Okay.
Man, it's based on a location. Mm-hmm. There are, 30-story-foot frogs and psychedelic running around in the universe. Just be aware.
Yeah, some people see them on a daily basis. Some people don't ever get to see them.
Very cool.
What else was on your list, Andrew?
Yeah. I got a couple extras. Lisboa just barely missed the cut. I think that's a really good one. It's my favorite of the Vital Lacerdas. It's a bit crunchy, and I've only played it twice. I need to play it more, but it's also a beast to set up and get out. So it's not one you can just, casually put out.
Right.
Granada is the best version of Alhambra. So if you like Alhambra or don't like Alhambra because it's a little old and has a little bit of datedness to it, even with some of the expansions, I have the Alhambra big box, and the Granada is by far and away my favorite way to play that one, where each tile has two sides. And so in that one, when you normally pay the right amount of money, whatever not, you can pay exactly 3 more than that to flip the tile to the other side. And so essentially every tile has 2 choices, just costs more. And I think that makes the game so much more fun and more interesting in trying to do the competitions for different things. You just have to line your money up better, but I think that's a better version of that game. Yes, Carcassonne did finish on the list there, but funny thing is I have a very hard take on, or a controversial take on this one. They made a ripoff game called Chicago 1893, where you're actually rebuilding it after the fire as Carcassonne in the city of Chicago. I prefer that one for the visual, although it doesn't play better than the actual Carcassonne. But I like putting that on the table and doing it that way. So that's the one I prefer.
Have they ever made a board game about Chicago raising itself up because of the water?
They are doing that right now. It's coming out soon. I think is Capstone or somebody.
While we were looking at these, that story popped in my head. I was like, I wonder if anybody's done that before. I've never been to Chicago, so it's not for me to make.
That is definitely coming out soon. Yeah, I was trying to get in the playtester list of that one, and
that's cool.
I got too busy.
Have you heard about that, Mike?
No.
Like they literally raised the entire city, like all the buildings, and this was like early 1900s. Is that right?
Yeah.
Insane. Like, how did you do that?
That I know. I know the history. I didn't know they were making a game. I didn't know a game was coming out about it. Right.
Yeah.
Another one I picked was Akrotiri, one of the best interesting map building games for a 2-player. Like Land and Sea kind of does a little bit of the same kind of thing, but Akrotiri does the thing where you're like, I'm trying to create the recipe of this mountain is north and this lake is to the east, and if I make those things happen, that temple has the prize in it. So we have to build the map to create the recipe, and it's interesting. That one's also a Cormier and Sen game. And then it's not an actual name of the place, so I'm kind of breaking my room a little bit, but Acropolis is based on Athens, and I really like Acropolis. That's a really good
Acropolis is great. That's a good one.
Yep. I thought about Teotihuacan. Is that right?
Nah, you fucked it.
I was close. I almost did it with confidence. I was like, nope, I don't have it.
Yeah, you hesitated. If you didn't hesitate, you would have gotten it.
Yeah, but I think that's more of a region, isn't it? It's not like a specific city, is it?
I don't know.
I think it was. I think it's based on a location.
Is it? Okay. Well, could have picked that one. It was interesting how many times Rondell popped up in all of our picks.
Yeah.
Yeah. I love Rondell. I'm trying to design
one you didn't know about.
That's true.
Right?
Yeah. Trying to design one right now, and they're really tough to design. Yeah. So, cool.
Good list.
Yeah, good list.
Yeah.
We should pivot and start digging up some dinosaurs.
To more real locations.
Dig up some real dinosaurs. So
they really exist?
They did.
Oh, okay. Yeah. So it's a location.
Oh, Teotihuacan. There you go. I said it. Oh, nice.
I wish Sulkin was a place instead of just a calendar, but that's
Have you played Teotihuacan?
I have not.
I love Tzolk'in. I prefer that one just a tad bit over. It plays a little differently. You can like both, obviously, and I do.
Sure.
But this one just barely inks. Is that the right term? Inks? It's not inks. Eeks. Eeks above.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Cool.
Have I played this game before? I think I played dinosaurs before. It looks
Did you?
familiar.
Well, you definitely haven't played with the new art.
No, not the new art, but didn't we play this once on the show? Here, I guess I should show it to everybody.
Keep it secret. Keep it secret.
Yeah, it'll just be. I'll have to say everything we do.
Yeah. Don't worry about it.
Let me share my screen. All right. So I do believe we played a version of this. I'm pretty sure I lost horribly.
I don't
It's
remember
possible.
well enough if we have, but yeah. So I know Chris
possible.
is always orange.
Yeah.
I'm usually blue. Googs, are
Cool.
you gonna play green or you gonna play purple?
I'll play purple.
All right.
Is purple on the? Yeah, there it is. I'll just change over to purple.
So, little insider secret on this: this game was originally a city building game, and I was working through the playtesting, was kind of honing, and then it hit a wall, and I was like, "Oh man, this is just not cresting. It's not working." And I showed it to a publisher, and I was like, "This game's not quite ready yet, but it feels like I just can't break it through." And he was like, "Well, why are you going up when you could go down?" And I was like, "Oh," and all of a sudden it was like, okay, now it's about paleontology and it's about digging things up, and it fixed the game almost immediately. So cool moment that you never
great.
expect to happen, and then somebody says some one-off comment, and all of a sudden it's there.
Mm-hmm.
Yep, that's awesome.
So anyway,
Yeah,
in this
it's
one,
good.
this is a set collection game, but the magic in the game is how you set collect, right? So you have two paleontologists, and they are going to be going to the digging site. Thematically, you have a bunch of jumbled up bones, and you're trying to create a skeleton from the jumbled up bones, but you have to dig them up to find out what piece it is, right? So we're going to go in a snake draft, putting out our two paleontologists somewhere on the board. When your paleontologist is placed out there, like for instance, purple one is placed here, they are in the process of digging up those bones. They don't get them until you leave. And the way they can leave is the white spots on the tile. So this paleontologist can go north, south, east, east or west, basically based on that. So orthogonally. And when he does, so let's just say you went up here, you not only collect this tile, but then you flip that, and now it's going diagonally. So it's this little kind of movement puzzle of trying to get the spots you want to go to by having the tile on the right side in the right position. And then, of course, after you dig up that one, below that surfaces. So now you got a new tile there for the people to go to and pick up. Each tile has two numbers on it. The left is what its value is by itself. The right is the value if you get the entire skeletal structure. And it's worth quite a bit more. That also is the trigger for the end game. So the first person to collect 4 complete dinos triggers the end game. We finish the round and count up points at that point. There are 2 dinos that have 2 tiles, so they're very easy to complete, and they have a special power. They're not worth very much, but they have a special power. And you can see in the middle there, the croc is one of them, and that allows you to, when you complete that skeletal structure, you can flip one of your tiles to the other side. So if it's diagonal, you can just flip it to the orthogonal if that helps you get to what you need before you go and stuff like that.
But you have to use it right then?
Use it right then. Yeah, it's not something you can save. So you want to time it in a way that makes sense if you can.
Pretty cool.
And essentially there's 3 eras. So after you finish the first one, you start the second one. There is 1 of every dino in each era. So over the course of the game, there are 3 full Tyrannosaurus Rexes, there's 3 full Velociraptors, and so on. So yes, I can block you from getting that headpiece, but then the next era, you'll have no chance at it.
All right. I've definitely played it.
Anything out? Did I, Googs?
No, the only other, graphically on each tile, you'll see there's a little grid of some shaded out spots and a highlighted spot, and that's just letting you know how many pieces are in that dinosaur. And the highlighted spot is which tile it is of that dinosaur. So if you're looking at the raptor, there's those 2. And then the one that's shaded on the bottom is the tail and the head. If you're looking at that, that's the Stegosaurus. That piece is the middle bottom. That's the T-Rex head, so the upper right. So that's what that graphically is.
Smart.
And usually the better bones have the more value, right? So like the head of the T-Rex is a really strong one to pick up, so that's worth 4. His legs are worth 2 and stuff like that. So thematically, it makes sense the value is higher for the more valuable pieces.
Thank you, Brandon.
Yeah, we've definitely played this. It's been a while, and didn't have this art on it. So yeah, and I did lose horribly on it.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was version was very brown. I remember it being very brown. Right.
Yeah, I like these colors. It's awesome. All right, how do we play? I mean, how do we pick the first player?
So, Chris, you just asked, so you get to go first. So place your paleontologist, one of them, anywhere on the board covering one of the tiles.
All right.
And your starting paleontologists have to be opposite. So if you place the diagonal one now, the other one must be orthogonal. Like you have to have one of each show. You can't do 2 of the same.
So am I going to place then?
You're going to place 1. Then Googs is going to place 1. I'll place 2. It'll go back to Googs and you'll place last. So it's a little snake draft. Also, there's one small thing I didn't mention. If you can't move in a direction because someone is there, you can jump over them, but you can't Pac-Man and go all the way around, right? So there is some blocking, and there definitely is some blocking involved in this game, but you always have an outlet as long as something is available on the other side of it.
So I'm going to place, but I'm not going to move yet, right?
Nope. Your paleontologist is actively working on digging that up. So until you move them, you'll then pick up the bones at that point.
Then once we're all placed, then I'll move both mine or just one?
You move one at a time.
Okay. All right.
So whatever you place on right now is one of the first tiles you're going to get.
Yeah,
but you're locking in. Yeah, you lock in the T-Rex head. That's yours. All right.
Chris is going to play purple, apparently. Okay.
Yeah, okay. I'll play orange. I'm fine with that.
No, my name's orange.
I'm just going to move the green off to the side so we don't get confused then.
Yeah.
Nice.
Oh, man. All right. So now, Andrew, this is like, do you block him out of the the T-Rex body, or do you not focus on blocking him?
There are other dinosaurs if you do.
It's a tough one. Definitely. There definitely are. All right, so let's do. I'm purple.
Mm-hmm.
God, this board is not set up very well, is it? All right, I'll go there.
Oh, okay. That's an easy 1-2 pull. I can see that. All right.
Okay, unless you block it.
I'm not interested in doing a whole lot of blocking right away, so I'm going to go ahead and drop one there, and then I'm going to follow that up with the Spinosaurus there. So I'm getting 2 different ones to start off with. Back to you, Googs. Oh, you're pinning yourself in the corner there. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
All right, Chris places last. Now Chris is going to be able to play first as far as which one he moves and takes the tile.
All right, so I'm going to take this one and flip, and then that's my tile.
Perfect. Correct. And then that one goes there and replaces it.
Nice.
Oops. Saw that coming.
Yeah. I'm over here. Sorry.
You're over there.
And flip. I'm going to go here. I'm going to go up top here and flip that one. There we go. Replace.
Be good. Be good. Ah.
Does that go to me, or are we because we're snaking? Does it go back?
No, we don't snake up anymore. Just
okay. So it's me.
Yeah, drop again, Chris.
Okay. All right. Yeah, I'll go up here and take this one.
Okay.
And that goes there.
I don't like that you did that.
What?
But
Are you
Oh,
collecting it?
you're gonna get the. I know what you're doing.
What? No.
Yeah.
okay, I see you.
Mhm. Oh, look at that. Mm.
Oh, nice.
All right, so I'm gonna jump off of this one over here and flip. Take that one up here and replace this and flip that. There we go.
Then back to me.
Yep.
Yeah.
All right. Gonna flip this.
Yeah.
This.
There it is. All right, so that's the last tile of era 1. Now we just go through era 2. So one of every dinosaur piece has been out, and then one of every dinosaur piece will come out again in 2, and one of every
Yep.
dinosaur piece will then come out in 3.
And then does the game end whenever the last one is drawn, or do we take more, or how's that
So
work?
it's the first to get 4 complete skeletons, or when the last tile is pulled.
Okay. That's right. You mentioned the amount, but I didn't know about the tiles. You already went, Mike?
I did.
So it's back to me then, and I'm going to do
Ooh, if you leave that there, you get stuck, right?
that one's safe.
No, you can move.
No, he can jump
no,
over right
You
now.
would hop.
This
That's
one.
right. You'd get
But if I take this one, I leave him something juicy. I don't know if I like that. So,
What? Him?
yeah, why not? I'll do it because I don't feel need to be rushed toward that. Oh, actually, if you do that though, all right. Yeah, I'll go up here then.
Didn't you say at the top that you're not thinking about blocking too much in this game?
I wasn't, but now I
Mhm.
am. Now the game
Mhm.
started.
It's a good question. So it's a little weird, right? With the industry and shipping and 90-day lifts or pauses and all that stuff that's happening with the industry. So, it's
hold on. I get to flip one of these now, right?
your thing. Yeah, my talking is going to confuse you.
And it could be that
No,
one.
I was just stopping him from flipping the thing.
Oh. Do your thing.
Which
So yeah,
I
Brandon,
don't
I'm
have
not
to
sure.
flip it, right?
Nope.
You don't have to. It's a bonus.
Hmm.
If you got things set up the way you want it, good for you.
Good for you.
Good for me. Yeah, I'll flip that one. All right, I'm good.
Oh, you would.
Oh, I couldn't flip it after seeing that, right?
No,
No.
Oh, I don't need it anyway. I already had that one. Never mind.
you already have that one.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, that's part of the strategy, though, right? If you get it, that means there's only one more of those pieces, so it makes it almost impossible for the T-Rex to be anybody else's.
Sure.
True.
All right, let's do. God, I gotta do something else here.
He's very pinned. He's only got 2 choices. Either that one or that one, but that's okay. He likes what he's got.
Yeah, well, I know. I mean, it's locked in, right? So,
All right. Based on that, now I really have to think about that or that, and I can hold off on that. But clearly, I cannot choose the wine in front of me. I'll go here and flip and take this one. Take a little Bronto. Thank you.
Luca would tell you were wrong, and it's
Of
a
course I was.
Brachiosaurus, not a Brontosaurus.
You're right.
But it is a Brontosaurus. They are valid. He likes the Brachiosaurus better, so he calls it a Brachiosaurus.
Well, I'm used to being wrong, so it's all right.
I'll leave that.
All right. I'm on a mission.
Well, that's fun. That's fun.
It is very satisfying to complete a skeleton too, to like see it actually physically finish.
I got 2 legs.
I don't like it. That's fine.
Either that one or that one. Yeah, let's go get this one and set up for that. Got the first of the Triceratops.
Nice. I'll go ahead and take my other legs. Oops, that's not how that works. Taking this one. Other
Okay.
legs. In case those legs give out.
Always good to have
Yeah.
backup.
Yeah, so for example, if I wanted to move this guy here, he would jump all the way to there.
Yep.
So he's not blocked, even though that's all happening.
True.
I'll take that.
Going for my favorite dinosaur, Triceratops.
Yeah, I don't
That's
mind.
also mine, Chris, which is why it's worth most points.
Nice. What's your favorite, Mike?
That's tough. I mean, the T-Rex is definitely up there, but I think the Stegosaurus or the Ankylosaurus are probably my favorites. The Raptor is my favorite just because of the movies, like getting
Sure.
to know the Raptor because of the like Blue and all of them. But I think the Stego or the Ankylo are my tops.
It's funny. I always thought it was Anklo versus Ankylo.
I thought it was Anglo too, but
Doing a pronunciation thing.
Yeah, Ankylosaurus.
that's the one with the big mace at the end of their tail, right? Look like an armadillo.
Yeah, with the spikes around the edge. There's a couple different ones. The one that doesn't have like that turtle shell kind of armor and just has spikes and bumps all over, with a hammer tail. And then the Ankylo is the one with the spikes around the turtle shell.
What's
And the
everybody's
lesser known
favorite?
Kylo Ren is also out there too. It's lightsaber.
Yeah.
Kylo Ren? What?
And Kylo Ren.
Is it me?
Yes. If you have to ask.
Oh, we got to talking. You asked me a question. You shouldn't ask me a question. You should let me just do my thing.
That's true. I asked you the question on my turn, so
It's on you. It's your fault.
It's always your fault.
this is a great game, by the way.
Thank you. Appreciate that. Very
And
much.
what was your answer, Mike, about when it's coming out?
Yeah, it's just hard to predict, right, with all the stuff that's happening with the industry and when it's actually going to be available. I think we'll have more news in the coming weeks to months. But it'll be I don't want to say. I don't want to say because it's hard. You can't predict. That's the problem with everything that's going on right now. Is you just can't plan. But it should be this year. I'm not sure when. Stop asking me questions, Chris.
Whose turn is it?
It's still my turn.
He's got to concentrate.
I want to go there, right?
You got to get out of that corner.
Wait, I gotta
really
look
does.
at no. I don't mind the corner. I just want to look at what you guys are doing.
Nobody puts Mikey in a corner.
Oh
Yeah.
no, he did.
Except for Mikey.
He puts himself in the
I'm going there.
Yeah, except for Mikey.
All right, there you go.
Still in the
Working
corner.
toward the try there. He's got it.
Yeah, I adore the first time when Andrew showed me this game, I fell in love with it. I love the puzzle, I love the flipping nature of it and trying to figure out how to get what you need with what you're given. I'm not necessarily good at it, but and the amount of times I've played this game, I still love it. I adore the puzzle. I'm not. There are definitely better moves that I can make. So if you guys notice, I'm making suboptimal moves. It's
Yeah.
on par.
This
Why
was
the hell
also
do you
designed to be the game. This is also designed to be a kind of game you play with kids or you play with nephews or nieces or stuff like that, and you don't have to care, right? Like it's just you can just play.
Yeah.
Hold on. I still get to flip my piece.
All right, so Chris has now completed 2. We're halfway through the game.
Mhm.
No, I'm not gonna flip that.
He's
Uh,
speed
do I
playing
wanna-
the game.
I'll flip
I like
that.
it.
No, I'm not
play
gonna.
this.
I'm not flipping it. I'm good.
Jesus, just shut up. I play this often with Luca, and we don't do any point scoring or anything. We do the matching and the set collection thing. And I think I sent Andrew a video a while ago. One of the first times we had played it on, I think I played it with you and Jason. And then you left it up for me to like monkey around with. And Luca's sitting there on my lap looking at the TTS mod and naming every one of the dinosaurs. And I mean
Love that.
however you pronounce it, Dinosuchus, Dinosuchus. He just called it a crocodile. But
Oh,
he,
a Dino
he
second.
doesn't.
That's
I don't think I know that one.
Family show, is it?
Is it I don't know how you pronounce it. Zoom in on the croc. It's a Dinosuchus, Dinosuchus, Dino something. Suck it. Like
Yeah.
Dinosuchus.
Yeah.
So he calls it a croc, but he labeled it, and I sent Andrew the video of him. He
Yeah.
did every one of them. All right, I'm gonna take this. Or am I gonna take that? This is gonna go here. That's the only place this can go right now. This. Yeah, I'm gonna do it. I'm gonna go there. All
Hey, he's out
I
of the corner.
completed
And we have
the.
Mike first full.
I completed the tarot.
And I got set up for that one though.
About time.
Yeah,
How's it given?
I'm gonna go here and finish the stego. There you go, Brandon. I finished it
Nice.
for you.
Nice.
Nice.
We should
Flip on
add.
that.
Chris, I know you should be able to do this. We should add a point scorer into the game.
Oh yeah, that'd be nice. We'll just have to use old-fashioned math.
Nope.
I don't like my choices now. Let's see.
It's all about setting up the future, Jonathan. The future
Yeah.
setup.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, force you to because that wouldn't work. Okay, so I will that's just 1 point. 1 point sucks. I don't want 1 point.
It does kind of suck unless you're finishing.
Yeah. All right. Well,
The choice is either the ass or the ass.
yeah. It's all ass work from here. I could go croc again.
You could go croc head. You could get a second croc head.
Yeah. I should have flipped this one. I could have had a second croc real fast.
There you go. Now you're learning.
He's definitely pushing the game. I mean, he's completed two.
Sure is. Ooh. That was aggressive.
Hey, Googs, Brandon asked, are the paleos the tiles?
Yes. There were a couple different iterations in what they were going to look like, but the idea of them flipping, we had like for lack of a better term, like some sort of figure, like a meeple kind of figure. But then it looked like they were just cartwheeling around the game. It wasn't working very well. So they're going to be tiles that you're flipping as workers. Be good.
Is it good?
That's a good one for him.
You do
Yeah,
like that? Yeah.
He
You
did like that one.
Take
I
it
gave
before
it.
someone else does. I'll take it. Ooh.
Chris, at this point, you might want to go after a second T-Rex.
I know.
Not a bad
I didn't
call.
even mean to, but it's just kind of fallen in my lap there.
Oh, I didn't even mean to.
Is that your impression of a great archaeologist? Thanks.
Yes,
Right?
Yep. Yeah. Strange resemblance to you, but yeah. Damn it, it's my turn again, isn't it?
No?
Mm-hmm.
Is it? No.
Actually, you could check too. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. I got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Yep. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. So yep, it's your turn, Chris. Or
Yep.
sorry, Goose. I was just
Yeah,
counting.
yeah, it's my turn. This one's really screwing me.
It's a little limited.
But
Yeah,
how is it
Gotta
his turn?
because you just flipped over. You just took a thing and flipped over the T-Rex head, didn't you?
No, I went over here. Purple just moved here and showed the T-Rex head.
Oh, so it's my turn.
Right. That's what I thought.
How was that wrong?
But how's the count off then?
4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9.
I have 8.
5, 6, 7,
Is
8,
he cheating
9.
over there?
2,
Nope.
3, 5, 6, 7, 8.
Oh, I have 9. I have 9. You have 9.
And I have 9. It's Chris's turn.
How is that possible? I just
I don't
saw
know.
him move this here. Did you move
I don't
it
know.
all?
We must
Huh.
have missed something early on.
All right. Interesting. Well, gonna do that then.
There you go.
I don't like it. Take it back.
Somebody's gonna watch this replay going, "Why were you doing that?" And then
Yeah.
like, oh yeah, now they found out they were screwed up.
What happens if you run out of tiles and no one have the 4 dinos? I think that
So once
also ends it.
Once it runs out, you just count the scores. Like that's it.
Okay.
The fourth dino triggers it basically. And originally, what I had was a hidden asteroid that come down. I was going to set the end game, but it was more fun to have people be able to complete it or not. Oh, I didn't even show my T-shirt yet. Check this out. Yeah, baby.
Oh, hold on. Let me.
Nice.
What's this?
Here.
Danger falling. Oh, that's cool.
And that's actually the Chicago museum that Sue is in. That's all trashed in the background there and stuff like that. So.
Oh, neat.
Nice.
I wore this T-shirt tonight. It's been sitting here out of view.
It's very cool.
Is it back to me? I wasn't paying attention.
No, I haven't gone yet. Right? You, Chris just did the thing.
Yeah, I have 10.
Yeah.
Right. So me.
You have 9.
So I guess I need to go here.
Triceratops.
Ah, I already had that piece. Damn it. I'm sitting on it too.
Toward that one, but that sets up for that, and I don't like that. I found myself in a bit of a corner here. All right. It's kind of crappy to get the Bronto tail, but I'll take it.
Something good. Something good. Something good. I like that. That shit.
No, that's fine. I don't mind that.
Ugh. That sets up too nicely for you.
Yeah, it's setting Chris up nice.
Yeah.
Chris, I thought you said you were bad at these games.
I'm just not thinking about it, and that's how it's happening.
Oh, I see.
And no one's scored yet, so don't count me in yet.
That's true.
Need that piece.
There you go. Get that tail.
That's just going to be an extra bullshit piece that's going to score.
Yep.
Does that do it for me? I think it kind of does. I think I'm all right with that. But do I want to use that one or that one? I want to use.
Oh, you're going for the feet.
Yeah, I'm going to jump over, get to that one, and get this ham hock back over here.
Ham hock. Yep. Man, that guy's all over the place. Yeah, before it goes away, step on that. Whatever that is can go over there. Same thing. Oh, thanks. Mike?
That's good. That's good.
Getting yourself a gator.
I might. I'm more worried about the Spinosaurus, but we'll see.
Do I care about that, or would I rather have that? I mean, it's 3. It's not bad. Doesn't set me up much, though. Yeah, I think I want the other flexibility. I'm going to go here. Let's pick up this one.
I don't like that. Let's see. Well, if that's the case, we're going to do this for fun.
Ooh.
Oh, that was fucking shitty.
I'm glad
I had a better move that didn't do that, but Andrew got in my way. So
you like usual.
Yeah.
You dick.
That's how you know you're playing well.
You're playing it well. Yeah, exactly.
So does the grid number change or anything with player count?
For 3 or 4, it's still 5 by 5, but in a 2, you play a 4 by 4. So play a little tighter.
Same amount of pieces, though?
Yep.
Oh, okay. Does it feel any different at 2?
It feels tighter. Like you get in each other's way a little bit more. It's a little more tit for tat. Like it's a little easier to know what your opponent's going to do and then try to stop them. Versus in the 3 or 4, it's kind of just rushing to complete what you can complete and maximizing your points that way. I was talking. Is it back to me?
It just became yours, yeah.
Yep.
All right. And that's still there, and that's okay. Yeah, I'm gonna do that. There, and put this one up there.
Getting close.
What happened there?
It flipped the tile I was going there before I put my guy. The things that happen in TTS that never happen in real life. That's what that happened.
Right. It's like playing board games with chopsticks. Yeah. Could do that. Interesting. Yeah, we'll do that. Ka-ching.
Okay, he's got 3.
Shit.
We may not make it to the 3rd round.
Nah, you'll be fine.
And we let him get almost 2 T-Rexes too. That's big. That's a bit of a problem.
That is a big problem.
No, it's fine. Pay no attention to the man behind the curtain.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, this is brutal, huh? All right.
Double Rex.
It is not easy to come back from, that's for sure.
Yeah, pterodactyl though. Those are fun.
Yeah. I'm a big fan of pterodactyls.
But pterodactyl. Although I don't think they were in the same period as T-Rexes and stuff, were they?
That is more scientific than I have skill set for.
I could be wrong.
Here, I'll take just the head. All right, we're into the round. So
we're at 3.
It's my turn.
Yep.
Tis. Flip
Another
it.
croc. Oh, he's threatening to end it.
Flip your piece, you cheater.
All right.
Yeah, I don't like any of this.
Is that T-Rex tail going to come up? That'd be nice.
Hope not.
You already took one piece of it. I don't like that.
Yeah.
That was mean.
I mean, I'm not letting you get it again. You're out of your mind.
You're out of mind.
Is this the 2? This is the Arrow 2 one, right?
That's Arrow
Oh, the
1.
Arrow 1
First
is
one.
right there. What are you doing? It's been out there the whole time.
I got one over here.
You need one over here.
We got this.
Yeah.
There,
Oh, look at this.
that.
Where's
See
the
what I
piece you
give
need?
you.
Yes, right. You already got it, don't you? Son of a bitch.
Pop up here. Uh-oh.
So I showed this game to Ryan Schoon at Gamma this year. He paid me the ultimate compliment. He said, "Why has no one invited this game yet? Like this seems so simple and so easy and so like elegantly set up." In his words, it was very kind of him. But I was like, "Yeah, that's a shoot for. Is that why wasn't this invented already?"
It's a good one.
Your
You know
turn,
what's
Mike?
not good? For anyone using this for some weird reason beyond my understanding, if you're using this as a training video, do not set yourself up with one purple in the corner going diagonal and one purple in the other corner going diagonal. That's not
Yeah.
a winning strategy. It's not. It's
Not a lot of
helping
choices
anyone.
there.
It's not
You
helping.
don't even get to hop anybody. It's just
Nope.
Nope.
Two
Y'all
things.
suck.
2 picks.
uh,
The good news is I need the piece that I'm on, which is good.
Yeah.
But very
well, I would
limiting.
hope so. Otherwise, why would you be? Where did that come from?
Is that me? What? My thing just wickedly glitched. Sorry.
Yeah, I think it just glitched.
Yeah.
That's all right. I'm gonna go and do this one and complete the Bronta.
Yeah.
Ding.
Is that 2
So-
for you?
That's
Does it
2.
end? Does it end immediately whenever someone gets their 4th dinosaur?
Finish the round, so that's why there's a first player token. So yeah,
Oh.
we'll finish the round, but immediately after
Yeah.
finishing the round, yes, it does end.
Okay.
Just like the asteroid had to hit and then had to go up in the
Yeah.
air, and then everything had to cover before it killed everything. You had a little time,
Mhm.
not a
All
lot,
right.
but a little time.
What was that?
Yeah. Well, we'll go ahead and do it. Ended.
All right, so this is your last move, Googs. What you gonna do?
Well, it's good news that I'm on the piece that I need over here to complete that Spinosaurus.
Oh, there you
Thank
go.
you.
Very nice. So I'm obviously
So
not
another
gonna
thing that's not
finish.
necessarily a good move if you're using this as a training video is what Chris did by rushing Endgame with 3 2-piece dinosaurs. It's only 15 points for all 3 of those dinosaurs.
Yeah.
We'll have to see.
What's funny is the end piece for my other T-Rex showed up. I'm even on it, but I couldn't get to it without getting off of the one that completed the 4th one. So I no longer wanted to end it, but I was on it, and it's the only way to get that piece. I was like, okay, that's why I was like, do I get another turn after I end it?
Yeah, I'll just go there. Flip that and take the 2. That's fine. All right, now you do also get to pick up the ones that you're on. So you'll.
Oh, I didn't. That's what would have changed what I was doing. I wouldn't have ended it
Oh, I'm sorry if I didn't understand that.
because I could have the T-Rex. Oh, okay. Well,
then put it back. Do your thing.
no, we just did a whole different.
You would have ended it anyway. You wouldn't have been in anyone's way. You would have gotten this piece.
You get both pieces that you're on.
Yeah. Your paleontologists are digging them up, so they're actively working.
Yeah, I would have done this so that I could.
So do that. That's fine. I'm cool with it.
No, because the other move I did is what ended the game.
Oh, that wouldn't have ended it.
Yeah, it wouldn't have ended it. I would have moved here first, then ended the game and gotten both.
Right.
But yeah.
All right, so we can't retake it, but
No, it can't.
Nope.
that's fine.
No cheating.
It's not cheating. I asked.
You're cheating.
All right. So we just count up the points, right?
So add up what you've got. Yeah. So if you're completed, you score the white on the right. If it's not, you just score the dark one on the left, or the lighter one, depending on the type.
And I'm guessing it's not 17 per.
No, it's
title.
not
It's 17
per.
for the whole
whole
thing.
thing is 17. Yes.
All right.
Get out of my hand. 26. This is the best part of the show where everyone watches us do mental math and count on our fingers.
All right. I got it.
All right, I think I got mine.
Mm.
Ah, really? How
What
do
did you get,
write?
Googs?
I got 55.
Yes. It's almost like I know this game.
Yeah. And you had what? 2 complete dinosaurs, the Stego and the Bronto?
I had the 2 big completes, yeah, but I had a couple of nice chunks with the head of the pterodactyl, 2 tops of the Spinosaurus, and the Brontosaurus front legs. And I was going to complete the Triceratops, but he ran out of time.
Right. Good
Nicely
game.
done.
And that's digging for dinos.
And Chris should have an asterisk right here.
I'm going to give him an extra 4 points because he would have done it.
No!
Extra 5, please. Yeah, that'd be best.
No, it's 4. I want you to die.
Give him 54 so he loses by 1.
Yeah.
There you go.
Let's see. What happens if you run out of tiles and no one has the? Oh, here it is.
We already did that. Yeah.
Yep. Now that's
Yep.
a fun game.
Yeah. It's a good one. I love it. It's such
Yeah,
a
I
fun
can't wait
puzzle. Like trying to figure out how you're going to get those pieces. You move off, a new piece comes in. It's the piece you need, but your paleontologist is not in the right orientation. It's just really it's fun. You could be a little bit dickish and get on somebody's piece that you know they need because obviously it's public knowledge what people are going for, but it
And then the
doesn't
space
always
you
happen.
vacate gives them exactly what they need, and you just moved off of it. So yeah.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Like most
you get-
games, it usually doesn't pay off to be like that's the only reason why you're doing it. But if it lines up, if it's like, oh, I need to go that way anyway, and I get to take that, that's awesome.
Right.
It's got that feeling like in Splendor, where like, oh, I need that card, but then I pull that card, and it's like all of a sudden the card I was trying to block you from getting
Mm-hmm.
shows up there, and their player can get it right away. Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
Awesome.
Yeah. Well done.
thanks.
Well done.
Thanks for showing us again. It's awesome.
Thank you.
I love the new art. The design looks great.
Yeah, it's like Brian did a good job on that one.
Very cool. All right,
Yeah,
can't
I
wait
love
for
the
it to come out.
contrast. Yeah, soon. I mean, I want to be more optimistic and say something specific, but who the hell knows what's going on with everything right now? So a little more cautious.
That's fair.
On when.
That's fair. Nobody
That's
knows.
a good one. I love it. I can't wait. Those are going to be. We did. I mean, I don't care. Fuck it. What are they going to do? Those tiles, they are going to be wooden tiles. They're not going to be cardboard punch. They are going to have that click clack kind of nature to it. So when you have that stack of tiles and you're putting them together and you're grabbing them off the board, they're going to have a little bit more of a feel than just a cardboard.
I would like a deluxe version where they're made out of real fossil.
Real fossil? Sure, yeah.
Yeah.
Like amber with like a little mosquito on the
Right.
inside kind of
Yeah,
thing.
yeah,
Yeah, like that.
But take the fossils, break them, shave them down, and carve them into there. That's what I want.
Sure.
I'm going to have Luca make a version that's just a whole bunch of the 4x4 canvases as the tiles and
There
just
you go.
paint out the dinosaurs that way.
Yeah, that'll work.
But you gotta put them together in the 5 format, right? So he draws
Mhm.
across all of them, and it just shows
Mhm.
up properly, right? Yeah.
That'd be good.
Get another
Yeah.
fox score.
No,
All
I love
right.
that. It's such a fun game. It's such a fun puzzle. That the way that I mean, it's a cool set collector, right? And you're doing the whole dinosaur stuff. Yeah, we'll make sure you get a copy.
People.
Yeah, but
Ellen
the way that when the paleontologist flips over, and when you're trying to plan ahead to, all right, I need this tile. How do I get there? Well, I need a diagonal. I need an orthogonal. How are you getting? And then along the way, someone not only can they get on the tile that you need, but they could actually get in a way that makes you bump, like you have to bump across them, and it throws off your whole plan because now you're one row ahead or one column over or something. Like the way it's just fun. It's a fun puzzle to try and figure out how to get the stuff based on you have your two paleontologists, and that's what you're working with, and they're just changing. They're constantly changing, and the board's changing, and new stuff's coming out, and it's just fun.
And this
Nice.
game was also designed to be the kind of thing you can take places, right? Like the pieces are going to get into a small enough space where you don't have to worry about a big box being in the way or something like that. And it's not necessarily a travel game, but it could go with you wherever you want to go.
What do you define as a travel game?
For me, it's a small package of space that I can put into a bag, a purse, a back pocket, whatever. And if I have a table where we're going, or it becomes a rainy day at a vacation or whatever, it's something you can break out and play and enjoy.
How big do you think the box is going to be?
Should be code names ish, code name size, just one size, like that type of box.
You can put that in a backpack. It could be travel size. Yeah.
You put all the time. I mean, it's a concealed game, right? So you got your tiles. You put them in a Ziploc, and then the nature of this, like it's an outdoor game too, because we're gonna have the wooden bits to it. So you can play it on the beach and in the sand, like thematically digging in the sand to get the stuff. Like it's good. It looks good. It's gonna be good.
We're gonna have a deluxe version in the future where they're acrylic and you can see through, and then when you put them in the sand, they actually see the sand in the background. That'd be pretty cool.
Mm-hmm.
I always think about super deluxe versions, stupidity, kind of pie in the sky.
Yeah, of course.
Yeah.
Think about.
Oh yeah.
All right. Well, Andrew, it was awesome as always.
Was great being here. Thank you so much for having me, guys. I really appreciate it.
Always a pleasure. Have fun with that other group on Wednesday.
I will.
Yeah, that other group.
Don't worry. I'll give them a hell. It's not a problem.
Good. Yeah, no, we love them. They're great. I actually, I was talking to them earlier. I'm going to be on their show on the 11th, next Wednesday.
All right.
I don't know if they released what. I'm not going to say what the topic is. I'll wait for them to do the thing. But I'm a guest on their show next Wednesday.
So they posted what our topic is going to be. It's going to be the board game Time Machine. So we're going back to the time when we entered the hobby and the games we were playing at that time.
Any sneak peeks there? What's one of your favorites out of that?
So I almost went back to when I was 3 years old, but then I looked at the games that were around when I was back in 3, and I was playing garbage. So I decided to instead move forward to the time when I introduced my wife to the hobby, and she enjoyed it. And so then we became together gamers. So that's what I'll be doing on that one. And that was 2012 when that happened. So
okay. Some good games.
Really good choices in that 2012 time.
Yeah. We did 12. What are we on? 16? What's our?
Yeah, we just did 16.
Last. Yeah.
We just did 16 last. Yeah.
Cool. Well, awesome. Have a great time. It's great to see you, my friend. Always a pleasure to talk to you.
Yeah, Chris, I'm not going to see you at Origins, am I, by any chance?
No, I've never been to Origins, and I'm not heading there. But are you going to Gen Con?
I am going to Gen Con. We will definitely
see you at Gen Con
there. Yes, for sure.
Awesome.
Cool.
All right, everybody. Thanks again for watching.
Good night.
See you.